Good evening, football fans of Oklahoma. Welcome to Thursday night high school football game of the week broadcast right here on PPBC TV. Our title sponsors for this broadcast are SSM Health at St. Anthony and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. We appreciate you tuning in on this wonderful Thursday evening. We've got a really good rivalry game for you tonight as the Class 3A StarSpencer Bobcats take on the Class 4A Douglas Trojans here this evening. We're broadcasting live from Moses F. Miller Stadium, just north of Douglas High School. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. Alongside me is Mr. Dylan Tribble, and you're in tune to the SSM Health at St. Anthony's pregame show. We're just a little under 10 minutes away from kickoff here at Moses F. Miller Stadium. Dylan, I'm very excited about this rivalry game here tonight between StarSpencer and Douglas. This is an every-year rivalry, and Douglas is looking to get back on top this year after losing to StarSpencer last year 51-6. So they've been stewing on revenge, and they're going to try and dish it out tonight. The Trojans' season opener was last week. They fell to 0-1 after losing to Crossings Christian, but they got some valuable game experience, and I think that'll benefit them a little bit tonight. StarSpencer, on the other hand, starts their season tonight. Tonight is their season opener, and I know Coach Harold Smith is going to have those Bobcats ready to play. What's your take on this game, Dylan? Talk to me. Everybody loves a good rivalry. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when you say the word rivalry, you know the game means a lot to both teams that are going to play football tonight in the state of Oklahoma. You got StarSpencer and Douglas. They're maybe about 15 minutes away from each other. So these guys have probably known each other most of their life, and tonight bragging rights are on the line for Douglas and StarSpencer. Douglas comes in with a chip on their shoulder. They took an L to StarSpencer last year, and right now is their opportunity to get revenge. Everybody loves revenge, and they can do exactly that tonight on the east side of Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and I'm loving the attendance in the stands and the people that are coming out to support their community and watch a rivalry game like this. It's going to be really, really nice, and it is pretty warm as well. Not really much of a wind factor at all. There is a little bit of wind blowing southwest, but I don't think it's going to be a factor in this game whatsoever. We're seeing the captains out there on the field right now, and for the Douglas Trojans, you have number 17, Zias Lamar, the running back. You have number 0, Devontae McCatherine. And then we have, number 4, Zamari Ziegler.
Yes, sir, big-time player.
So those are the three captains for the Douglas Trojans. I'm not seeing the numbers on the other side for StarSpencer, but I can pretty much guarantee one of them is going to be number 71, Kazmara Mims.
That is correct.
Yeah, he is the leader of this team, as described by Coach Harold Smith, who just spoke very, very highly of Kazmara Mims. And Mims is going to play on the offense and defensive line, but Coach Smith went on and on about his practice habits, about his off-season training, about his discipline and the love for the game, and he's ready to participate and get this game started, and hopefully bring back this rivalry win to StarSpencer. That means a lot, and they did it last year, and the plan is they're going to do it this year. But Douglas does have other plans, and they're going to have to go through the orange and black to get it done.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They got other plans because this is their second year under Coach Damon Turner. He is trying to get this thing back in the right direction. That's what the Douglas faithful is used to, is winning football, winning state championships, and they think Coach Turner is the guy to get this thing going in the right direction. But it's not going to be easy against their rivals, StarSpencer. Another captain for StarSpencer, Cameron Brown, the senior wide receiver and defensive back. Number 1, Travion Barber, the second, the running back and linebacker. He's a junior. And the captains are going to be shaking hands at midfield. They're going to keep it cordial right now, But when the whistle blows and the ball's kicked off, it's going to get real serious real quick.
That's when the flip is switched.
Yeah,
Dylan,
that's exactly right.
A different mindset takes over the body, and then it's all about the will to win. And so
simple as that.
You got to be excited about this. I love rivalry games. We get to experience it on this beautiful Thursday night. We don't have any rain. It's all sunshine and football field, and that's the way I like it. I appreciate everybody tuning in to PPBC TV to watch this broadcast. Again, I am Jay Swick, the play-by-play announcer. To my left is Dylan Tribble as a color commentator. So we're excited to be here, and we're excited to broadcast this game, and we couldn't be here without our sponsors. SSM Health at St. Anthony. They are proud sponsors of Oklahoma City Public School broadcasts. And sometimes after a hard-fought game, players need the services of a sports medicine specialist, and SSM Health hospitals have a great team of physicians that treat the players and get them back out on the field in a healthy way. And also, our title sponsor, our other title sponsor for this broadcast is Peace of Mind Pediatrics. Peace of Mind Pediatrics is a trusted pediatric care provider serving families in the Oklahoma City area, including Edmond, Yukon, Choctaw, and Shawnee. Peace of Mind Pediatrics prioritizes the well-being of their young patients, providing expert care and guidance. Their mission is to give parents confidence in their children's health. Make Peace of Mind Pediatrics the go-to choice for pediatric care in this region. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're about to get this game underway here in about a minute and a half. I didn't see who won the coin toss, but we'll figure it out here momentarily. We will have a great halftime show for you. We'll update you on some of the other scores from around the state of Oklahoma. There's others that will be playing football tonight, so we'll try and do our best to update you on the scores. But your focus should be here on PPBC TV with myself, Jay Swick, and Dylan Tribble.
Yes, sir.
Very excited about it. All right, so we've got the
color guard out there.
Singing the national anthem, or I'm sorry, performing the national anthem is the Douglas Trojan Band. They're very well known for their quality of music that they produce.
Every single night, they bring it. They're very fun to listen to, very entertaining to watch as they march all the way from the school building to the field. I just noticed something really funny, Swick. Look at the scoreboard over there. It's 7-0 already. Douglas Trojans. And the game hasn't even started.
Right? Wow. That's an interesting way. That's a new wrinkle to the offense. No, they're going to have to.
It's a bold strategy.
They're going to have to figure that out over there. Oh, okay. Douglas deferred. All right. So they'll get the ball at the second half, and StarSpencer will start out with the football. This should be interesting. What does StarSpencer have to do early to get a good lead? You obviously get the ball first. You want to take advantage of it by scoring. How do they do that?
You got to, get busy and basically establish your will in the trenches. We talked about it all the time. It sounds cliche, but it's the fact of the matter. Whoever wins the line of scrimmage most likely is going to win the football game. With two teams that are very run-heavy, it's going to play a huge role on who comes out victorious tonight. And I think StarSpencer is going to come out and try to dominate that D-line of Douglas that they struggled a little bit last week. But StarSpencer, it's going to be a handful because there is a rivalry on the line. Things are different in rivalry games. We've all experienced it. We've all seen it. You just never know what's going to happen.
That's exactly right, and that's what we got here. We've got a rivalry game, so we're about to get this thing started underway. I really want to see Douglas be better up front today. Like you said, that was a kind of a weak point to the offense last week, but they analyzed the tape, and Coach Damon Turner got to work and was working with them as a team and as individuals. And hopefully that there'll be a better product here tonight. But, you're going to see 100% effort and a lot of emotion out on the field tonight. And we've got StarSpencer running out on the field right now to the east part of the football field, and Douglas will quickly follow here momentarily. But, Kamari Parker had his first career start last week for the Douglas Trojans. And, he's looking to improve on that. It did not work out into his favor. Crossings Christian had a really good pass rush. They were available. They were throwing out some different formations that really took advantage of some of the weak spots on that offensive line. But just after talking with Coach Damon Turner, he's made some adjustments. He's moved some guys around. And, he was talking about number 71, Davion Nash, who was, somebody that he's really leaning on for leadership today and going forward for the rest of the season. So the Trojans are running out onto the field, and we're about to get this kickoff started. Trojans are in black helmets, orange jerseys, and orange pants. StarSpencer's in blue helmets, white jerseys, white pants, white socks. So I can't wait to see how this thing progresses. And this has been a very long past 365 days. You and I broadcasted last year's game.
We did.
And if you remember,
Saturday morning.
It was really, really hot. And now here we are on Thursday. But, it was close at half.
Yep.
And then StarSpencer made some adjustments and started scoring. It was some different players, some different quarterbacks and whatnot. So they're breaking in some newer guys here. And, we're going to see how that is. But just with talking with Coach Harold Smith, he was very complimentary of his offense and defensive line. He feels like they're progressing. They're young, but they're improving. And they're working really, really hard at it. And I think that's the first step is you got to have somebody that wants to be there, wants to go through that stress.
That's exactly right.
And come out on top. It's all about embracing the stress and getting better. And the StarSpencer Bobcats have really done that. And, I could say the same thing about Douglas. There's a lot of young men out there that really care about this program and know the traditions that is Douglas High School, and they want to represent it to the best of their capabilities. All right, let's just see who's going to be returning this kickoff. I believe is that number 4 out there?
Yep, that is number 4. It's Cameron Brown, the senior.
Yeah, he's another leader on this team that Coach Smith was really complimentary of, and he's going to be playing both sides of the ball. In fact, quite a few StarSpencer players will be doing that. They have some really good things to say about Cameron Brown, offensively, defensively, special teams. This guy's not going to step off very, very often. We'll talk about the quarterback here momentarily once this kickoff is underway. Let's see. Last week we did have a little bit of a wind issue, and the ball kept falling off the tee. That's not going to be the case here today.
Kicking off for Douglas is Corday Griffin, number 50, the sophomore.
All right. Well, the POWERBOWL.
Here we are. The POWERBOWL is about to take place right in front of us on this Thursday night.
All right, here we go. A little bit of a sun factor over there on the southwest part. Ooh, kind of, what is that, an onside kick?
I would say it was an onside kick.
Oh, my goodness. Surprise onside kick is failed. It's going to give StarSpencer some really good field position right at the 45. But if you're trying to catch your defense off guard, you did that. There's no question about that. Coach Damon Turner getting creative on the beginning part of this game. It just didn't fall the right way.
Yeah.
Didn't bounce the Douglas Trojan way, and StarSpencer was weary enough to get on the ball quickly and move on.
Yeah, so, good heads-up play by the freshman 55, Aaron Tingle. He's the one that comes up with that onside.
All right, pistol formation, 4 receivers split, 2 on each side, 1 running back. Corion Morgan is the quarterback. He hands off to Travion Barber, who gets the first down and really runs really close to a 15-yard gain. I think they're going to credit him for 14. It's going to be a first down and 10.
There's actually a flag in the backfield, Swick. It's going to be a holding on StarSpencer, so this one's coming right back.
Oh, well, golly. I mean, what do you say in that moment?
Initially looked like a really good play. The hole was big, and now we know why it was so big.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's the right and wrong way you want to start a football game.
Exactly.
So, they're not going to be able to reap the benefits of that run right there, and it's going to set them back quite a bit. What is it?
First down and 20 to go.
I thought holding was a 15-yard penalty. Okay, they're going to hand off. Same play, far right side. He gets upfield, but he doesn't get as much this time. He's about a yard short of the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's Barber the second. Got a nice chunk back after that penalty. Just a simple power play to the right side, and it goes for about 8 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 12.
My mistake. The holding penalties are 10 yards. Personal foul penalties and are more towards that. So
right.
StarSpencer in the shotgun formation, one running back to his left side. Got a 4-man front by the Douglas Trojan defense. 1 man in motion. They're going to hand off to Cameron Brown. He goes to the far left side, gets the first down and more. He's close to a 20-yard gain. That's going to be about 21 yards for Cameron Brown. Another first down for the StarSpencer Bobcats.
Yeah, a lot of credit
attacking the edge.
Yeah, a lot of credit goes to that left tackle for StarSpencer getting that reach block and not allowing the DN to get the edge. And there was tons of open grass for Cameron Brown to come up with that first.
Yeah, and that was the case last week. Is Douglas is kind of vulnerable in the flats on the far left and right side. They've really got to work hard to keep contained, keep everything in front of them. And now somebody committed a penalty either.
Yep, encroachment on Douglas is what I think I saw initially.
Yeah, that is the case. It's going to be on the Douglas Trojans for encroachment, 5-yard penalty. So now it'll be first down and 5 from the 37-yard line.
Just like I said, StarSpencer coming out run heavy. They've had nothing but running plays, haven't passed the ball once. Hadn't really had to, honestly.
All right, pistol formation once again, same formation for receiver split. Hands off to the running back, Barber. We've got a loose ball. Is it Douglas's? Is it Douglas's, or are they going to mark him down?
It's going to be a close call, Swick.
I think they're going to say he's down.
Yep, it's going to stay with StarSpencer, so down by contact. That's a big break for StarSpencer.
So now it's 3rd down and 5. First 3rd down situation for the StarSpencer Bobcats. That was a really solid, push up front by the Douglas Trojan defensive line. They're going to hand off to a Barber again. He's going to come close to the first down marker. I think he's going to get it.
Yeah, I think he got it by about half of a yard.
Yep, they've already given the signal. Another first down for StarSpencer. That's their 3rd first down here on this drive, and the chain gang is going to move once again as they approach closer to the end zone.
Yeah, they really like running that power play to the right side. That guard and tackle have opened up a big hole 3 times in a row on the same play, and now it's 1st and 10, StarSpencer.
Yeah, and haven't really even thought about throwing the football yet. And, I don't think it's necessary.
No.
Really, they're having so much success running the football. Right back to Barber, up the middle, and he gets past the 20. That's a 4th first down run by the StarSpencer Bobcats.
Big credit to the offensive line for the Bobcats. I mean, they're dominating the trenches early on in this football game. That's a trap right up the middle, and the hole is huge. He had a lot of room to work with. Another 1st and 10 for StarSpencer.
Yeah, and, Corian Morgan has a really good understanding of this offense, but he's not really being tested. All he's got to do is hand the football
off. Give it to Barber, and Barber does the rest.
Right. Ball is snapped, and no, he's going to keep it this time, keep it himself, and he gets about 5 yards down to the 15. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the StarSpencer Bobcats. They are in the red zone and threatening to score.
Yeah, that was just a simple read option. The quarterback keeps it. And, he gets hit, 2 yards into it, but he's so strong, he kept his legs moving and got 4 yards.
He was trying to use Travion Barber as a lead blocker, and it worked, just for only 5 yards.
Right.
All right, so Morgan's calling out the play, telling his slot receiver to step back. Ball is snapped. He's going to throw it, and almost caught by Kevin Orange, the wide receiver on the far left side. He may have gotten lost in the sun.
Yeah, I think he did because, to me, Morgan threw a pretty good football. He led him, and Orange just couldn't come up with the catch. So now it's going to be a 3rd down and about 6 for StarSpencer. And I'm thinking if they don't get the first, that this is 4-down territory.
Well, I think you're right. I think you're right. Pistol formation, 2 receivers on each side. 4-man front for Douglas. They're going to hand it off, and they get some penetration and blow up the play in the backfield. Solid play by that Douglas Trojan defensive line. I saw Rodney Nesbitt was in on that tackle. Who else do you see?
Number 22, Caddis Vick. He's a freshman DN for Douglas and just came up with a big tackle for loss for the Trojans. Now it's 4th and 10.
Yeah, Cruz Laviolette is in the game, number 64. They're just making some quick substitutions there. So it's 4th down. This is a big play, and StarSpencer is indeed going for it. Not confident in their kicking game. Ball is snapped. Throwing the fade, and it's incomplete. That's going to be turnover on downs by the StarSpencer Bobcats, and Douglas is going to get the football back.
That's the stop that the Trojans needed to get some momentum going. Now you're going to put your young quarterback in a good situation. Score is still 0-0. Great hold and great pass defense by the Trojans.
All right, so this will be the first offensive possession for the Douglas Trojans here.
Yep, sophomore quarterback, Kamari Perry.
Yeah, start number 2 for Kamari Perry, and expect a lot of Zamarius Ziegler and Zias Lamar.
Exactly.
They're going to get the football quite a bit. Ball is snapped, hands off to Lamar. He's trying to burst through that first line of defense and is unsuccessful. He may have gotten 1 yard, but they really like the ground and pound and give him the football as quickly as possible right up the middle.
And that's the play they had success with in the second half last week, was the run to the right side with Lamar running behind the guard and tackle. He had a lot of success in that second half of the game, but StarSpencer, they did a good job studying the film.
But you always got to be weary on the speed on the outside because you never know when he's going to throw the football. Right back to Lamar and right back to the first line of defense. And, I tell you what, you've got the StarSpencer Bobcat quarterback who's in there on defense.
I mean, he's a ball player. Simple as that. He's just a football player. He wants to do whatever he can to will his team to get the victory here in the POWERBOWL. So now it's 3rd down and 10 to go. This is a big 3rd down for the sophomore quarterback.
All right, 3rd and 10. Here we go. Just under 7 minutes left in this first quarter. 0-0 score. Ball is snapped. Perry drops up. And now he gets sacked in the backfield by that defensive tackle from StarSpencer. I believe that's number 55.
That's the freshman, Aaron Tingle. He's having a big day already early in this football game. He's the one that had the onside recover, and now he comes up with the sack.
Huge defensive play by that StarSpencer Bobcat to force a 4th down situation. So Douglas is going to punt. And then back to receive the kick, I believe.
Watch out for the block.
Sorry, the punt is Cameron Brown. And the ball is loose, and I think StarSpencer may grab it.
Yeah, so the Douglas punter, he punts it right into the up back. He didn't have enough space to get the kick away, so it hits his up back, and StarSpencer is going to have some really good field position to start their second drive on offense.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, I did not expect
chaos
that
on that punt.
That is amazing. Like, it's just something you don't see very often every day.
Not at all. I don't know if that was just, the up back not giving the punter enough space, or if the punter just wasn't aware and he was trying to hurry and get the punt off. But here we are, 1st and 10 in the red zone for the StarSpencer Bobcats.
All right, 1st down and 10. Corion Morgan, the quarterback, overlooking the defense. Signals to his running back. He's going left. Now his running back's going right. Still on his feet. Gets down to the 5-yard line, and it's going to be about 2nd and let's see, 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line. So second goal here.
Good stop by that freshman defensive end, number 22, Caddis Vick, with his second tackle of the game.
He's making his presence known.
He sure is.
For being a young freshman.
15-year-old out here starting in a varsity football game.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Good for him. Yeah, it is impressive. All right, I guess there's a timeout here momentarily. That's all right. That gives us some time to shout out our title sponsors for this broadcast. Peace of Mind Pediatrics. They prioritize the well-being of their young patients, providing expert care and guidance. Their mission is to give parents confidence in their children's health, making them the go-to choice for pediatric care in the region. Peace of Mind Pediatrics. Also, SSM Health at St. Anthony, proud sponsors of Oklahoma City Public School Broadcast. We definitely appreciate everything they do. Call for an appointment today at 405-218-2530 for SSM Health at St. Anthony's, the leading orthopedic experts in the field. All right, so okay, so we're looking at a 2nd and 5, second goal situation at the 5. Do you stick to the run or do you think about throwing it?
Well, all your success has been on the ground, so why not run the football up the gut or off the tackle? Those have been the best two plays for StarSpencer in this first quarter of football. I'm either running with the quarterback, who's a big body, Corian Morgan, heck of a player for
If it's
StarSpencer.
not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and then you got number 1, Barber, as the halfback.
All right, you've got Barber. They're going to toss him the football and dodge one tackler, but he can't get away from the second one. That was good pursuit by the Douglas defense.
No doubt.
Great gang tackling. They found the runner and got there quickly. He was only able to make the first man miss.
Right side of that D-line for Douglas just blew that play up for a big loss.
Yeah, that is a big loss.
Now it's 3rd and long. Do we see StarSpencer try to throw the football? They did on 4th down last time and didn't convert.
You know, they tried to throw it to Kevin Orange out there on the far left side. He's out there again. He's got a little bit of cushion in front of the cornerback. Let's see what Corian Morgan will do. One man in motion. Ball is snapped. Jet sweep. And he's trying to burst upfield. I think he's short of the goal line.
He's way short.
But that was Cameron Brown on the jet sweep on the far left side. Just under 5 minutes left in this first quarter. 0-0. StarSpencer has had some really good field position, but have yet to take advantage of it, and they're running out of opportunities. Now we're looking at 4th down and 8.
Yeah, and the Douglas D-line has turned it up a notch at the most important time. And they've put, StarSpencer in a tough situation, a 4th and long.
Douglas is trying to get lined up. I expect a blitz here to make things a little tough. Ball is snapped. Morgan throws. Incomplete.
Yeah.
Tried to get Cameron Brown on the out route and overthrew him. That's going to be a turnover on downs. The Douglas Trojans are getting the football back again.
Another massive defensive stand deep in their own territory for that Trojan defense. Quarterback just overthrew his receiver a little bit. Brown tried to come up with that one-handed grab. Couldn't quite get it. So here comes the Trojan offense once again, led by their young quarterback, Kamari Perry.
Kamari Perry just needs 1 or 2 really good plays to get his confidence level right now. He's adjusting. He's still learning on the fly, but he's athletic. He can throw the football. He needs a little bit of time to throw it.
Yeah, he does.
But I feel like if he can get 1 or 2 good plays, it will make all the difference in the world. And there was a timeout. They called the play dead.
Yep.
A timeout was called. So
I think StarSpencer called the timeout. They didn't like the look that they got. Smart play because that slant route was wide open for that slot receiver for Douglas.
Yeah, he was wide open. If he connects, that young man is going to get some
and that's
real
a big
estate.
game for sure.
Yeah, and whoever called timeout, was that on StarSpencer?
Yeah, StarSpencer called it the exact right time.
That was the best play they've had all night defensively.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I agree.
They haven't had that many plays defensively.
No, they had one series.
I chalk that bad punt or that punt. That's a special teams play. That's not a defensive play. So that was a smart move by StarSpencer. Coach Harold Smith, does what he can to teach these guys the game and teach them the X's and O's. And we saw a smart move right there on that play. And from a leadership perspective, there's several guys, a lot of seniors on this StarSpencer team that do a great job kind of making those decisions on the offense and defensive side. So we've seen StarSpencer get going offensively and then become stagnant at the goal line. We haven't seen the Douglas offense really get going yet. What do they got to adjust? What's something that they can improve on right now to make a difference?
Blocking. The blocking has to be phenomenal against this front from StarSpencer, who has a lot of size. They showed dominance in that first series. So we'll see if the Douglas O-line can make their presence felt.
Ball is snapped. They're going to throw to the wide receiver. No, that's Jones. He's got the first down and more. About a 25-yard gain by Tyler Jones. I actually asked Coach Turner about getting him the ball a little bit more because he did make a few plays in the Crossings Christian game.
You're absolutely
right. And
he
just put his stamp on this game here. That was a great play by Tyler Jones, the senior wide receiver for the Douglas Trojans. First down and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Jones and Ziegler both can make plays. You just got to get them the football in open space, and they'll make the rest happen.
And that's the boost of confidence that we were wanting to see from Kamari Perry. Got the ball right back to him. They give it to Zias Lamar, who may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. If he did, he had to fight for it. It looks like a 1-yard loss at least, and we do have a flag out onto the field.
We sure do. I think it's going to be on the O-line of Douglas because number 72 for StarSpencer, Edwards, just blew that play up from the jump.
Yeah, I'm impressed with a couple of those big guys.
And they're big. They are some big guys down there for StarSpencer.
Let's see,
and they go both ways, most of them.
Right,
so conditioning is so crucial.
Yeah, they play offense and defense. There's no question about it. All right, so this is going to be – is first and 5?
Yeah, first and 5.
Okay.
So the flag is going to be against
Ball
StarSpencer.
is snapped. Quarterback throws. He's got a man open. Ziegler is out of bounds.
Yep.
Even if he caught it, he had stepped out of bounds. But they're going to call it defensive pass interference.
Might be unnecessary roughness.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Cameron Brown just totally levels Ziegler when Ziegler's clearly out of bounds. So I think it's going to be against StarSpencer.
Wow. What a call. I was going to say,
I get it. I saw it. I think it's the right call.
Yeah, and I was immediately thinking pass interference, but he had already stepped out of bounds and before he was turning his shoulders, and that couldn't have been the case. But you're right, a little bit of a late hit.
And Douglas gets a free first down. We'll see if they can take advantage of this. Now they're in StarSpencer territory for the first time tonight.
All right, Kamari Perry throwing it out route and almost completed to number 22, Caddis Vick. It goes incomplete. It will be second down and 10.
I like the idea, though.
From the 47.
Yep, if Vick can come up with that catch, he's got some room to work with. And that's a second and very manageable, if not a first down.
Yeah, the shade is kind of, it's starting to overlap the stands in the sun earlier. I definitely had played a part on the visual. Throwing it to Tyler Jones, who gets attacked in the background, right there at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't really get much if he got anything at all. That was good pursuit by the StarSpencer defense. It's hard to tackle a guy like Tyler Jones, who's so fleet of foot.
Yeah, no doubt. The Bobcat defense sniffed out that tunnel screen, and they were all over it. Jones maybe got a half a yard on that reception. So now it's going to be third down and about 9 to go. They've had a lot of success throwing the football, so I would assume on this third and long they probably try to air it out again.
Yep, it certainly could do that. All right, Kamari Perry overlooking that defense. This young quarterback gets the snap, throws an out route, overthrows it.
There's a flag
on the far left side. Maybe a false start of some kind. Yep. False start on the Douglas Trojans. That's going to back them up. And, be 3rd down and 13 with a little under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. I thought we'd see somebody score by now, but that's not the case. 2 big-time defensive goal line stands by the Douglas Trojans.
Well, Douglas kind of catches a break right there because that ball was way overthrown.
Right.
They get another opportunity on 3rd down.
All right. Pistol formation, 1 running back, 1 out back. Ball is snapped. Perry steps up, throws, overthrew the receiver, tried to find Tyler Jones on an in route, and was unsuccessful. So that's going to bring up is it 3rd down? It's 4th down.
4th down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So they're going to throw the punt team out there and be forced to kick the football. And
hey, we remember what happened on the last punt attempt by Douglas. It didn't go very well. So if I'm StarSpencer, I'm sitting in the house.
Yeah, I'm trying to pressure as much as possible.
Douglas, they just got to do a better job at blocking here. I don't think the punter's quite deep enough.
Ball is snapped. And a pretty decent punt. It's going to take a Douglas bounce, go out of bounds, really close to the 25-yard line. So StarSpencer's going to get, I believe, their 3rd possession on offense. And they found success in between the 20s. But when they get into the red zone, they start to struggle a little bit. So we'll see what the game plan is here early on. They've been attacking the edge, putting their skill position players in space and just letting their athleticism kind of take over.
Yep. Got to give a lot of credit to that Douglas defense in their own red zone. Their red zone defense has been phenomenal so far. We'll see if they can, tighten up and keep the Bobcat offense from even getting that far down the field. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Corian Morgan, the senior quarterback for StarSpencer.
And they really don't mix up the formations too much. 2 receivers on each side, 1 running back in the backfield. Sometimes he's standing behind Corian Morgan or to his side. Right now he's standing to his side. You have 1 fake the jet sweep. Morgan's going to run, and they did not fall for the jet sweep fake. They immediately attacked Corian Morgan and got a loss in the backfield. Solid defensive play by the Douglas Trojans to understand, the development and how to stop it.
Yeah, no doubt. And got to give a lot of credit for that defensive back, number 10, Chris Willis, for getting downhill and making that tackle on a big quarterback.
Yep, 2 minutes left in this first quarter here at Moses F. Miller Stadium for the POWERBOWL, the rivalry between StarSpencer and Douglas. Ball is snapped. Morgan hands off to the running back, Barber, right up the middle for a very short gain, 2, maybe 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7, probably. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
And they really haven't been able to throw the football so far. StarSpencer hasn't proven that they can throw the football down the field. So Douglas is really just keeping everybody in the box, and they're doing a great job at blowing up these run plays.
And I think they're taking better angles this week and trying to.
And shedding blockers, man.
Yeah, and I guess there's another timeout here. We're going to stay right here. Here on PPBC TV. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. On this Thursday evening, you can be doing a lot of different things with your life, but you're here with us, and we very much appreciate it. We've got our title sponsors for this broadcast, SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. We also have some other sponsors as well, Super Prep, Big O's Pork and Dreams, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. I'm a little partial to Super Prep. I'm dear friends with Miles Perry. He does a great job over there covering high school, college, and professional athletics. Super Prep is the premier sports outlet for the very best in the very best coverage in high school, college, and professional here in the city, state, and nation. Super Prep can be found on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM and on all social media platforms as Super Prep OK. So if you have an Instagram account or a Facebook account or a Twitter account, you got to give them a follow. Super Prep OK, and stay in the know of what's going on with athletics here in the state of Oklahoma on the high school, college, and professional level. All right, so third down at 7 here for the Bobcats. Shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. Morgan drops back. He's going to have to step up in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. He has the first down, ran over the free safety, and fell down right at about the 38-yard line. He just ran over and trucked. That looked like a Cam Newton run.
That was a truck stick if I've ever seen one by Corian Morgan. Holy cow. And the QB draw right up the middle was perfect. Douglas fell for the pass play. And, I mean, my goodness, Corian Morgan did the rest, got the first down, 1st and 10 for StarSpencer Bobcats.
Here we go. Corian Morgan commanding this offense, moving it up the field. Ball is snapped, hands it off to Barber. Barber's got 10. Tackled out of bounds. He got about a 14-yard gain. He got 10 of it pretty quick, though.
Yeah, he sure did. And that's a big credit to the left side of his old line. He didn't even get touched till he hits the second level. Another first down for StarSpencer.
Yeah.
They're kind of catching some momentum right now in this second quarter.
They're trying to ride this rhythm and see where it takes them. They're almost in Douglas territory. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Barber. Squeezes in that C gap. Gets upfield for about a 4-yard gain, but there is laundry on the field.
Yep, and it came from the back judge, so I think it's going to be against StarSpencer, and it's coming back.
Yep, and those are just drive killers, right?
They are.
As soon as you have that momentum, you've got that rhythm, and you're making things happen. You're finding success. Boom. A bad penalty like that comes out and just, stifles the game plan.
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 first downs in a row. Things are going really well, and then a self-inflicted wound. Big penalty. It's going to be a 10-yard loss.
Maybe this is a chance for Douglas to kind of get that momentum back. We've seen them successful in certain situations here tonight defensively. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
And we've got a false start on StarSpencer. That's going to back them up even more.
That's tough, man.
2 penalties like that in a row. You talk making a bad situation worse.
Yeah. So instead of 1st and 20, it's going to be 1st and 25. For a team that doesn't really throw the football much, you got to count on that O-line to open up holes and, free up that ground game.
31 seconds left in the first quarter. Score 0-0.
It's the Powerball, man. It is the Powerball.
I mean, you just never know how this thing's going to play out. All right. Corian Morgan looking over at his coach. Now he gets the snap. Hands off to Travion Barber, who gets hit in the backfield. Douglas knew they were going to run the football, so they sent the troops. And they made some plays in the backfield to make things even worse than before.
Rallied the troops. The play is just blown up by that sophomore defensive tackle, 52, Isaiah Traylor, with the tackle for loss.
And that is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. I am shocked to say that the score is 0-0. We haven't had anybody score anything in this game yet.
And StarSpencer has been so close. They've been deep in the red zone, but Douglas just tightened up on defense, made plays, and kept them out of the end zone. So here we are, 0-0 in the Powerball.
Yeah, I'm watching them play defense. I'm like, hey, is that Greg Richmond down there? Former OSU defensive end. As former Douglas Trojan player. I'm like, oh, my God, is that him? No, he's not. That's not Greg Richmond, who did play a little bit in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way. And then I thought, could this be a Marcellus Rivers down there, But
you just never know. Speaking of down there, man, shout out our boy Steven Alexander, back-to-back defending state championship coach. I saw him walk by a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I saw some of the coaching staff down there as well. I know the Douglas Trojan basketball team is going to make another attempt at winning another state championship. And if they do, it could be
a three-peat.
Well, it would be a three-peat.
Yeah,
It'd
exactly.
be 3 in a row. So that's the goal. Stephen Alexander's done an incredible job with that basketball program. And, but we're knee-deep in football season, and it's all about the gridiron. So
no doubt about it.
We're going to get this second quarter underway. StarSpencer, 2nd down and 27. 2nd and 27. My coach used to say, we don't have any plays in the playbook for 2nd and 27.
Except for 4 verts.
Well, that's true. You could throw it deep if you want. You could throw it deep. And
Douglas has got 2 safeties really deep, just daring StarSpencer to throw the football down the field.
All right, you had some officials kind of make some changes here. They had to explain some things here. And they're pointing. I'm not sure what the issue is. They've kind of stopped the game, and Coach Turner was signaling something to somebody, and I think the message was received. So now we're going to get this second quarter started here momentarily. What do you do here if you're StarSpencer? All of a sudden your running game is starting to go backwards. You're committing penalties. You really haven't found much success throwing the football. You haven't thrown it too many times.
I'm not sure that they even have a completion yet in this game.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The best play was when Morgan went back and acted like he was going to pass and then just runs it up the middle for a QB draw.
Ball is snapped. They're going to throw to the slot screen right there at the middle. Incomplete. Couldn't come up with it. Tried to find Cameron Brown. I don't think it would have mattered because that Douglas strong safety number, was that 24?
Yeah, that was 24. Carter, another senior defensive back, was right there.
He's kind of lining up at a bunch of different positions. He'll be a cover corner sometimes. He'll be a strong safety. He'll blitz and come off the edge and look like a defensive end. He's just a useful young man, and he's got a lot of abilities, and seems like he has a good understanding of the game. All right, we'll see here. 3rd down and 27. StarSpencer needs a big play. And they're going to go really deep, right into double coverage. Intercepted. No.
Batted down by that safety for Douglas. Looked like number 8 out there, Jordan Hawkins, the freshman DB for the Trojans, make another big stop.
Yeah, he's going to think about that one because, you know what? That was the smart move. That was the smart move. Well, it was 3rd down. It wasn't 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th down now.
Okay, yeah.
And a country mile to go.
Okay, I was going to say, if that was a 4th down situation, the smart move is to drop it because the ball is up here, and you'd rather have really good field position.
Right, bat it down and get the ball right there instead way far back.
So 4th and 27, it looks like StarSpencer was going to punt before somebody called timeout.
All right, and I think the punter is also the quarterback, Corian Morgan. He just does everything for this Bobcats football team.
Yeah, and being this early in the season, this is their season opener.
Right.
You just got to hope that they've properly
you got to hope he's hydrated.
Right, probably
first and foremost.
Properly hydrated themselves.
Right.
Because I do think you're going to see some cramps here, at least in the second half, because it's still pretty warm.
We saw
outside.
A lot of cramps in this Powerball game last year, but it was in the heat of the day on a Saturday morning. Hopefully that's not the case. You don't want to see any of these players go down. But, you know, that's the chance you take playing football in the state of Oklahoma in early September.
That's exactly right. The Douglas marching band.
Man,
playing
I love the
away.
Douglas band.
They're talented. They are talented. All right. So long 4th down situation. Looks like StarSpencer is going to punt the football to the Douglas Trojans. You're going to have Zamarius Ziegler back to receive the punt. He is dangerous with the football in his hands. He's got some giddy up to him. And he loves to make plays in space. All right, really bad punt, but it goes forward. Ziegler gets it at the 45, steps up to the 50, still on his feet, and he is tackled. Really solid tackle by the StarSpencer Bobcats.
It's 25, Josh Williams on the tackle. Another freshman. You said it earlier. They got a lot of young guys.
It was 26. 26.
We don't have a 26 on our roster, so we apologize to that young man.
No, I got him here. Malik Ellison.
Okay.
Malik Ellison is number 26. Yeah, that was a solid tackle because
could have been a touchdown-saving tackle.
If he doesn't make that tackle, I think Ziegler gets loose and at least gets a big chunk yardage play. All right, 1st and 10, Douglas Trojans. Kamari Perry is the quarterback. He's going to throw to the slot receiver. Tyler Jones steps up, gets about 3 or 4 yards before he's dropped. And really good defensive stop there by the StarSpencer Bobcats. You had some defensive linemen get up and go.
Yeah, the big fella, 71, Mims. He gets out there, shows his athleticism, makes a tackle in space.
That's what Coach Smith was talking about. He just went on and on with Mims and in his work ethic and his dedication to this program.
You can tell he loves the game of football, plain and simple.
Yeah, you can tell, no doubt. Here's the snap. We've got a
whistle before the play.
Here, a flag or a stoppage of play. They're going to call the play dead and not run it. Didn't really see what the issue was, but they're going to talk about what just happened with one of the coaches over on the far east part of the stadium.
This gives these players that play both ways a nice little break to catch their breath. You know, both teams have guys that go both ways, so this is a time for them to rest and recoup and get ready to continue on this drive.
2nd and 8 for the Douglas Trojans. Just under 11 minutes left until halftime. Stay tuned for our halftime show. And another flag.
It's going to be against StarSpencer.
All right, so that's going to be some and I don't know what that signal was. I thought he was doing
encroachment.
I thought he was doing the YMCA. Is what I thought he was doing.
Man, I think it's going to be a free first down for this Douglas Trojans offense. That's a big penalty. I think that's a 15-yarder, Swick.
Was it a personal foul of some kind?
Had to be. I think some of those players are starting to jaw a little bit down there. On
sometimes you see that with rivalry game situations.
We get it, but you got to try to stay composed.
Yeah. Keep your emotions in check. All right, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off to number 17, Zias Lamar.
Nowhere to go. He was tackled by 3 Bobcats.
Yeah, he got hit in the backfield. Big 72.
That's a big fella.
Yeah.
Jabari Edwards.
Jabari Edwards, heck of a play. I talked with his dad. His dad is the defensive line coach.
Okay.
For StarSpencer, and so he's being coached well, and
sure he's being coached a little bit at home
right,
as well.
Exactly.
He never gets away
exactly.
From
He's making
football.
his dad proud if he keeps doing that. That was a solid play by that young man. Ball is snapped. Perry throws out route to the slot receiver, bursts upfield, gets to the 30, 35, 20. 20, 25, 20, and gets down to the 15. That's Tyler Jones.
The senior wide receiver, number 2, Tyler Jones, with a big catch and run to move the chains, and now they are in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Heck of a play by that young man. They need to continue to get the ball to Tyler Jones. He's just making plays when he gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's been their go-to playmaker so far in this PowerBowl.
All right. Now, Kamari Perry getting a little bit more comfortable throwing the football. He's gaining some confidence. He's throwing it with authority, and he's going to throw it again and complete it. It's just well defended by the StarSpencer Bobcat defense. Number 22 was in on the play.
Yep, that's going to be Anthony Graves, another freshman for StarSpencer. Makes a big play on the ball to only give up a yard. So 2nd and 9 for Douglas in the red zone.
All right, here we go. They're going to huddle up and run to the line of scrimmage. Clock is 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Douglas is in the red zone now. Ball is snapped. Perry drops back, throws to the running back, bursts upfield, gets to the under the 10, gets tackled about the 8. Heck of a play, pass and catch by the Douglas offense. I think he threw it to
the running back, Lamar. Just a flare out to the right side of the field.
Hit him in stride.
And Lamar has a nice gain to make it 3rd and short for Douglas. This is a big 3rd down. But I'm going to say it. I think this is 4-down territory for Douglas.
I think you have to take advantage of this. We don't know how many times they're going to, have an opportunity to move the ball down the field as efficiently. You got to ride this wave.
That's exactly right.
Even if it takes you four plays to do it. All right, Kamari Perry gets the ball. Hands off to Lamar. Runs into a wall. Is trying to burst away but can't. Solid play by the StarSpencer defensive line. 55 was in there. Aaron Tingle making another tackle in the backfield. Now we're looking at a 4th down situation.
4th down. I mean,
4th and 3.
I think you go for it unless you're super confident in your kicker. But I see the offense for Douglas staying on the football field.
9 feet, Dylan. You need 9 feet. That's all you need to keep this drive alive. Don't necessarily need to worry about scoring a touchdown. You need to keep these chains going and get a new set of downs here.
If it's me, I'm trying to find Tyler Jones on a slant route from the slot position.
Here's Kamari Perry, gets the ball. He's going to throw it, and he does complete it to the running back. Still in and pushed out of bounds.
I don't think he got the first Swick. But there's a flag. This could change everything.
That's exactly right, and you saw the Douglas
crowd foul against StarSpencer.
Yeah, you saw the Douglas crowd start to celebrate.
Because he was stopped short of the line to gain, but I think they're going to get a free first down deep in StarSpencer territory.
When you make a mistake like that,
tempers are flaring on the football field, and we get it. But when you're in a situation like this,
personal
you
foul,
just can't do it.
StarSpencer, it's going to be a free first down for the Douglas Trojans.
That is what I call a gift for Douglas.
Yeah, I tell you what, the coaching staff is going to have a field day watching that film. They're going to need a bucket to throw up in because that'll make you sick. When you get a stop like that, and then you have somebody lose their temper or do something that's not right.
Yep.
And then it gives Douglas an opportunity to score here. That was huge. That was a massive play in the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, that could be a game-altering play, in my opinion. If Douglas wins this game and we come back to that, what happened? It's just a crazy scenario. Now it's going to be hold on, Swick. I think we got the penalty all wrong because StarSpencer has the football.
Oh, okay.
1st and 10
well,
from the 4.
Well, it confused me because the Douglas side
Yeah.
celebrated. They thought it was a personal foul penalty. So StarSpencer's getting the football, and they're getting it to 35, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Travion Barber. Holy moly, was that 96 yards.
96-yard run right up the gut on the first play of this series by the junior running back, Travion Barber.
StarSpencer.
Yeah, and we thought it was going to be 1st and goal for Douglas We get it wrong. StarSpencer on the first play of the series, all the way to the house for Tud. What a crazy chain of events. Here we are, 6-0 in the Powerbowl from Douglas High School.
Sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. We appreciate them being our title sponsors for this broadcast. SSM Health Hospitals are proud sponsor of the Oklahoma City Public School broadcast we provide here. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist. At SSM Health Hospitals, they have a great team of providers to treat the player's injuries and get them back out onto the field healthy once again. All right, 6-0, StarSpencer.
Now we're going to see if Douglas can bounce back after getting stopped in the red zone. They put together a really good drive, just couldn't finish the drive. Now they're down 6-0. A lot of football left to be played.
All right, back to return. The kick is Zias Lamar, Zamarius Ziegler, and then I think Tyler Jones is on the far right side here. All right. We'll see how the Douglas Trojans answer. They're going to get another opportunity here once this ball is kicked. The referees are discussing something, I guess going over some rules with some of the players.
You know how they like to have meetings in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
we've seen it year after year, Swick. And the kicker is also the quarterback for StarSpencer, Corion Morgan.
Here we go. And here is the kick. Deep onside near the 25. Got caught it at the 24 and fair catched it. So Douglas is going to start out this drive right there on the 20, let's see, the 24.
Yeah, about the 24-yard line in their own territory.
All right.
1st and 10.
76 yards to go, Dylan.
We're going to see how this young quarterback responds to adversity.
Now, they found a little bit of success throwing the football a little bit. You saw that big play by Tyler Jones. He had a couple completions to Zias Lamar. StarSpencer's defensive line has been has made
They've been causing some issues for sure.
Plays here today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've seen a lot of positive things on both sides for both teams. Here come the Trojans offense, led by Perry.
Ball is snapped. Perry drops back. He runs to his left, and there's a flag. I think it's going to be holding.
Yep.
He's going to keep it himself, and he needs to get out of bounds. He's taking some hits. He's shedding some hits, getting away from them, but he's also absorbing a few of them too. You want to try and keep your quarterback as healthy as possible, but I think we're going to see a holding penalty, and it's going to bring it back 10 yards.
Yep. Flag was thrown really quick in the backfield. More times than not, it's going to be on that O-line.
All right.
We'll see what the referee gives us, the white hat. And you were right, Swick, holding against Douglas, so they're going to go 5 yards back. It's going to be 1st and 15 now. I'd like to see them go back to that passing game that they've had a lot of success with tonight.
Yeah, not exactly the way you want to start this drive.
No, it's definitely not what the doctor ordered.
Right, exactly.
But nonetheless, you got to keep
going.
Well,
I can promise you
on.
There's no Dr. Pepper down there. There's nothing but Gatorade and water.
Hey, man, I love Dr. Pepper.
I do too. I'm more of a Pepsi guy, though. All right. Perry gets the snap, throws it, out route to Jones, drops it. I think he was surprised how quick the ball got out of his hands.
Yeah, right when he turns his head around, the ball's already there. I don't think he was quite prepared for it because normally your big-time receiver, Tyler Jones, catches that football.
Yeah. And I do worry about him kind of thinking in his head, okay, what am I going to do when you really just need to be focused on making the catch and then decide what you're going to do. Focus on making the catch first.
It's going to be 2nd and 20 for Douglas.
All right. Double tight set here. Ball is snapped. Perry drops back, throws, completes, steps up field to Ziegler. 25-30, 35-40, far left side, gets close to the 50. I think he's pushed out of bounds by by the 47.
And we got a flag. Might be another late hit out of bounds, Swick. I mean, he was leveled out of bounds on that far sideline. Nonetheless, what a good catch and run by Ziegler. He just found the sweet spot in the middle of that zone and then did the rest to get a first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, the sophomore wide receiver making a really good football play. Found a little bit of running room and got after it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Made the right adjustments.
He's got a lot of speed, so you just got to give him the space to work with, and he can make big plays happen for you.
All right, so it's going to be first down and 15. Or I'm sorry, first and 10. First and 10 at the 47-yard line. 6:42 left in the first quarter here. Or I'm sorry, second quarter. Ball is snapped. Kamari Perry drops, throws. Tyler Jones catches the ball, but he's quickly wrapped up by Malik Ellison of StarSpencer. He got there quick, read the play, made the tackle. It's that simple.
Yep, and he was tackled for a loss. He catches the out route, but the DB is right there to make a tackle. So now it's going to be second and about 12 for Douglas. We've already seen him overcome adversity on that last second and 20 to go. We'll see what Perry can cook up here on this second down.
But you see a little bit of a difference with Kamari Perry now than he did at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he's got a lot more confidence.
Yeah. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off to Lamar. Lamar gets 1 yard and is brought down by 77, Xavier Crump.
Yep, Lamar right up the gut, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 10 to go for Douglas. Look out for Ziegler and Jones, the 2-star receivers for the Trojan offense.
They've liked to throw to those guys in the flats, see if they can make a play.
Both on the left side of the field.
Ball is snapped. Perry drops back, steps up in the pocket. Play's called dead. We've got a flag on the field. Yeah, false start for the offensive line for Douglas. That's going to back him up 5 yards.
That's
just
not what you want to do on a 3rd and 10.
You know, bad penalty to get on a 3rd down.
Yeah, exactly, and you're putting your quarterback in another tough down and distance. 5:13 left before halftime. StarSpencer is up 6-0. Douglas has the football. 3rd and about 15 to go. Sophomore quarterback Perry showing a lot of promise in this second quarter, doing some good things.
All right, 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second quarter. 3rd and 15 for the Douglas Trojans. Ball is snapped. Perry drops back, looking to throw. Does. Has a man. Oh, in and out of his hands. What a beautiful throw by Kamari Perry.
Yeah, great ball by Perry.
But
his
it was
receiver
dropped.
Just couldn't catch it. I think he got a little too excited.
You know, when you start to look at it, it just that play tends to it feels like the ball's in the air for a lifetime. And I feel sorry for that young man. You can tell he's devastated. It was a missed opportunity.
He could feel the energy from the home crowd. Just wanted to erupt if he makes that catch. But nobody's more mad than the guy who didn't catch the football. He's mad at himself more than anybody else is mad at him.
So Douglas is going to have to punt the football here. Back to return the punt is Cameron Brown. Ball is snapped. Bad snap. He's going to run it. He's going to keep it himself, and I don't think he's going to be able to get the first down. We have a flag in the backfield, but I don't think it's going to benefit Douglas.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter, and it is against Douglas.
Yeah. So that penalty is going to be declined, and StarSpencer is going to take over.
Great field position for the Bobcat offense. They scored on the last series. We'll see what they can do this time, led by Corion Morgan, the senior athlete.
Yeah, and they're going to try and add on to their lead here with a little under 5 minutes left in this second quarter here tonight at Moses F. Miller Stadium. Just a great turnout. A lot of the Douglas faithful are in the house supporting the Trojans, and then you've got the entire town of StarSpencer.
Yeah,
out
the
there
entire town is right. It's not a very big town,
right.
but they all came out for the POWERBOWL tonight on this Thursday.
That's right. Okay. Getting a late substitution here for the Bobcats. First down at 10. Corion Morgan gets the snap, hands it off to Barber on the right side, trying to get some room, pulls up and brought down. Really good hit by that Douglas defensive player. I couldn't tell if it was the strong safety or I think that was Caddis Vick over there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, Swick.
Vick's been making some plays on the defensive side tonight.
Vick made him pay for those 2 yards that he gained. He just blew him up. A truck stick.
Only a 2-yard gain for the StarSpencer Bobcats. They're going to get up to the line of scrimmage. Morgan's going to take a look at how Douglas is lining up here. Ball is snapped. He's going to drop back and throws far right side. Who's going to get it? Nobody. It goes incomplete. He was trying to find Cameron Brown on the far right side, way down the field.
Yeah, but
it was well defended by that corner,
contested greatly by number 8, Jordan Hawkins. Great defensive play, the young freshman for Douglas. It's 4 minutes, 6 seconds left before half. The clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. So 3rd and long for StarSpencer.
37-yard line on the in Douglas territory here, mind you. And they've got plenty of time. Although the play clock's coming down, they need to snap it. And that is going to be a delay of game.
That one hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, you had 3rd and manageable. Now it's going to be 3rd and pretty long for StarSpencer. And it's a team who, doesn't like to throw the football very much. They like to keep it on the ground. Now Douglas can just stack the box on defense.
When they throw the football, they're trying to catch the defense off guard because their MO is grounded pound, man. I mean,
exactly.
Run with it and run as hard as you can. And there's not a lot of deception. It's like, hey, I'm going this way. Are you going to stop me or not? Because I'm going to give you
most of the game other than that 96-yard TD run.
Right. That one significant play. Hand off to Barber again, and he's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage. It's about a 4-yard gain there for the Bobcats.
Whole group of Trojans on that tackle. There are about 5 of them around the football. You got to love that defensive flow.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a 4th down and 11 here?
Yeah, just about. I mean, the opponent.
You might as well go for it.
There's 3:28. They're probably going to try to let this clock run down to leave Douglas with the littlest amount of time left before half.
Yeah, Morgan's coming out there. I know he's the punter, but it looks like they're in an offensive formation. That seems to be the case.
Yep, no running back.
Kevin Orange down here on the small side. Ball is snapped. Oh, he's running with the football, steps up, still on his feet, and he's brought down, but he does not reach the first down marker.
What
the Douglas Trojan defense makes a stop again and gets the ball back for their offense.
Yeah, they got time, plenty of time to try to get a touchdown on the board before half. 3 minutes to run your offense. You've had success throwing the ball down the field. You got the receivers to do it. Tyler Jones, Ziegler.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep leaning on those guys and get creative on how to get them the football.
And the O-line has got to keep giving Perry time to throw the football down the field. That is so key.
They've improved on that a little bit here in the second quarter.
Sure have. I mean, it's like night and day from tonight versus last week.
Right. It really is. It really is. And so you see they're making improvements step by step. Sometimes it's 2 step forwards, 1 step back.
Yep.
But that goes with everything in life. You're not
just
going to turn into, you got to work out. You got to work at it.
Just try to get 1% every day, 1% better. That's all you can do. Put the time in, put the work in.
All right, Kamari Perry in at quarterback. We can see him getting a little bit better play by play. He's getting more confident. Steps back, throws. Ooh, almost intercepted.
That might have been a house call.
No, that would have been a house call.
Comes up with that pick.
Kevin Orange, the linebacker / safety for the Bobcats of StarSpencer, is going to look back at that play on film and
nothing but
wish
green grass ahead of that young man.
He could have came up with the football. If he catches that, he's walking into the end zone.
No doubt about it.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Pistol formation, 2 receivers on each side. Kamari Perry overlooking the defense. Gets the snap, drops back. Looking, has to step up in the pocket. You see a holding penalty, so it's going to be a tough situation to overcome here for the Douglas Trojan offense. You know, you keep stacking up these holding penalties. It's just you're going, you know, makes you go in the wrong direction.
Yeah, you know the offensive line coach is going to talk with the O-line at halftime about we got to clean up these penalties. The penalties are killing our drives. And you got to take the coaching as a player. You got to have a good attitude and listen to what your coach says and try to execute it.
Yeah, and I mean that goes with so I guess the penalty was declined?
No, it is accepted. They're 5 yards back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 15 to go.
I thought I saw him wave it off or something. All right.
2:51 left before half. StarSpencer up 6-0.
3rd down and 12. Ball is snapped. Perry drops back, looking to throw. Does. Complete. Gets the 1st down and some more, right? Gets tackled right at the 48-yard line. That was number 13. He dropped that pass earlier before Adarius Tubbs, the junior wide receiver. Remember, he had dropped that wide open pass over here, but he made up for it on that pass and catch and made the play to get the 1st down and keep the drive alive for the Douglas Trojans.
It's exactly what Douglas needed to try to get some points on the board before half. Unfortunately, we have a StarSpencer player down on the grass. Hope this young man's okay.
Yeah, they're stretching his legs. It's probably a cramp.
We talked about this being an issue.
You know, early September in Oklahoma, this is not uncommon. Like this, we see this all the time. You know, it's still pretty hot and humid, and I know it's towards the evening time. Darkness is kind of, you know, upon us. But a lot of these young men are playing offense and defense and special teams. They really don't even have time to come off the field
and hydrate properly
to take a drink of water. So
that's
you got to be mindful of that. And that's Cameron
players.
Brown. You know, Cameron Brown is an important part of this team. So need to work on getting him hydrated and stretched properly. And I think he'll have a really good chance of coming back in this game and making an impact.
Yeah, they depend on him a lot. He does a lot for this StarSpencer team. He's a senior leader. So get this man some Gatorade or Pedialyte, whatever you got to do to get him ready for the second half.
That's right. All right. 2:38 left until the halftime here. And it looks like the referee is raising the roof.
It sure does. This is wild, dude.
All right.
1st and 10 for Douglas. Here we go, boys.
Nothing better than a celebratory referee. All right. Ball is snapped. Perry hands off to the running back. Finds a little bit of room on the far right side. Gets just past the 50. That's Zias Lamar. And he's in StarSpencer territory. Got a little bit of yards. Got about a 5-yard gain. That was a good look for him, so they need to improve on that. It will be 2nd down, and I'm going to say about 6.
Yep, and number 9, Jesse Jackson, the freshman linebacker for StarSpencer, makes the tackle and keeps Douglas from getting out of bounds and stopping the clock. So the clock is going. We're at 2 minutes left till half.
Pistol formation, just under 2 minutes. Kamari Perry gets the snap, drops back. Looking to throw, has a man complete, gets to the 35, 40, 20.
I think he's going to
10,
the house.
Touchdown, Douglas Trojans. They've just tied the game. What a pass and catch by Kamari Perry to number 13, Adarius Tubbs.
Talk about redemption. He missed a big-time pass earlier, but now he puts the Douglas Trojans on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. We are tied, ladies and gentlemen, 6-6 in the Power Bowl.
Now Douglas is going to go for 2 here and try to take a 2-point lead going into halftime.
I don't see why not. You got the receivers to get it done, and you also have a solid running back in Lamar. Plenty of options to work with for this Trojan offense.
All right, 2-point conversion play happening right now. Kamari Perry gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw, does over the middle, incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. The game is tied 6-6. 1 minute, 42 seconds left. Can the StarSpencer Bobcats score again and go into halftime with a lead? Is there enough time left?
I mean, I think there's plenty of time left for them. You know, it didn't take much for them to score on that long run. It's just a matter of, can the O-line get it done to open up the holes for the run game, because they depend a lot on their running back, Travion Barber II. And we had a late flag on the field, Swick. Not sure who's it on, though. I think it was after the play.
Yeah, it could be enforced on this next kickoff here. We'll see what the call is. And
this is what you expect in a Powerball football game.
Yeah.
Tie game, most likely going into half, unless StarSpencer can score somehow.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with Kamari Perry's growth here this game.
In 1 week.
Right.
Completely different player from last week. He looks so comfortable out there now.
There's just something about seeing somebody go through a tough situation and coming out better on top. That's kind of what the theme is with Kamari Perry, who just was pressured a lot last week. I guarantee you he was pretty sore after the game last week.
Oh,
Stuck with it. Got some better production from his offensive line play. His receivers worked a little bit harder to get open, and he was able to connect and throw that touchdown pass to tie this game. And I'm just really happy to see that with Kamari Perry. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just want the best team to go out there and win, and to prove themselves. And I want to see success really from everybody in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But this is sports. You've got to crown a winner. You got to crown a loser.
Yep, you're exactly right.
It's about just seeing how this thing is going to play out and see who is going to make the most plays that will dictate who gets the win and who gets the loss.
Yep.
And right now, neither one have really separated themselves to do that, and that's why we have a score of 6-6.
So the penalty after the 2-point conversion is going to be on Douglas. So StarSpencer has a real opportunity here to try to score before half.
All right, we'll see where they get the ball here, and if Douglas decides to go for a surprise onside like the way they started this game. And no onside here, but it is a deep onside. Gets to 45, 50. Gets to the 45. We've got a flag on the play, too. Could be a block in the back.
Could be.
Could be a lot of different things. We'll see what the call is.
And that was Cameron Brown on the return. He was the guy that was down with cramps, so it's good to see him back in the football game.
And he caught that ball in stride and burst upfield. Okay, let's see, holding.
Yep,
Okay, holding on StarSpencer, so that's going to bring it back to basically the 50. Yeah, so that's where they're going to.
Does StarSpencer try to surprise him with a deep pass down the field? I mean, why not take a shot before half?
I'm sorry, the 45, it's a 10-yard penalty. I mean, yeah, I like what they did earlier. It was just picked up pretty quick.
Right.
By that Douglas secondary. He was trying to hit Cameron Brown on the go route on the far right sideline. But those Douglas corners got there quick, made up some ground.
Yeah, they've been playing really good in the defensive backfield on the Douglas side.
Corian Morgan can do here at quarterback. Ball gets snapped to Barber. Barber bursts up the field, gets 10. Still on his feet, was brought down. Wow, solid 13-yard run. He got there quick, man.
Great blocking up front by that Bobcat O-line. I mentioned it. If they're going to score before half, it's going to start with the O-line, and that's a good first play for the StarSpencer offense.
Minute and a half. StarSpencer has 2 timeouts, right? No, let me see.
It's going to be a timeout.
No, they got 1 timeout.
Douglas calls a timeout.
All right. Yeah, well, they just did StarSpencer a favor here because
they really did.
StarSpencer
really
has
did.
one more timeout.
So I just wonder about that, but I think Douglas didn't feel good after that first run play by StarSpencer.
Right.
So they want to,
make that
tighten
adjustment
up here
yeah.
on defense and not allow StarSpencer to
Well, that
get on
timeout
top.
could just save them from, getting the weak part of their defense exploited.
Exactly. Man,
So
what a fun game on a Thursday night.
I know.
Here at Douglas High School.
I know. We appreciate everybody tuning in to PPBC TV. Tell your friends to download the PPBC TV app, free for Android and iPhone users. Our title sponsor for this broadcast is SSM Health at St. Anthony and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. All right, 1st and 10. Stay tuned for our halftime show coming up. Here, we're going to take a little bit of a water break initially, but then we will come back before the kickoff of the second half. We'll discuss what we just witnessed, what adjustments we expect from both teams. We'll give you some updates from around the state of Oklahoma as far as other high school games. All right, they're going to hand the football off to Barber, and he gets about a 6-yard gain. But the clock is ticking here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You got to go. You got to start getting in a
Yeah.
hurry when you're on offense, running this 2-minute offense. If you're StarSpencer, they're kind of taking their time, but you got to hurry up in this situation. Now it's under a minute left before half.
So I don't know. I'm not feeling the sense of urgency from StarSpencer right here to score.
Me either.
Ball is snapped. They're going to throw to the wide side. Cameron Brown incomplete, goes out of bounds.
Does stop the clock, though.
Yep,
That's
44
the one
seconds left. And let's see, 3rd down and 6 here.
Yep. I
Late
don't really
substitution for Douglas.
I don't see them running the ball up the middle with this amount of time left before half, but that's really where all their success has been.
Right. They've had some big plays. Hands off to Barber again. I think we're going to get a holding penalty here. Laundry is on the field. I think that's coming back. The clock never even got started on the scoreboard. It was 44 seconds before the play was even hiked, and it's still 44.
It's going to be a holding against StarSpencer, so it's coming all the way back.
Not looking good for the away team. They wanted the lead at half, and it just seems unlikely. I think we're probably going to end up seeing a tie ball game.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're exactly right about that, Swick. Unless somehow they can convert this 3rd down and long. Maybe a halfback screen or something to catch this Douglas defense off guard. Because the Douglas defense is feeling real comfortable right now.
Game than what we experienced last year. I think it's just kind of showing the growth of the Douglas football program. They're going to hand off the football right up the middle. He's still on his feet, fighting through a bunch of defensive Trojans. Now a late flag.
It's getting chippy down there,
Yeah,
Swick.
it is. Yeah, it's a personal foul penalty of some kind. The question is, who's it going to be on, Douglas or StarSpencer here? Now, what kind of impact that's going to have, I'm not real sure because there's 19 seconds left.
19 seconds left. It was going to be 4th down without the penalty, 4th and short, but we don't know who the penalty's on. Here's the white hat with the call, and it's going to be on StarSpencer.
Yeah, so it's going to back him up, and then that's pretty much going to be a wrap for the first half. They maybe get one more playoff, but that that may just be the play they need.
Yeah, it could
I mean, when you score 96-yard touchdowns, it doesn't matter what the time is. You're a threat.
That's right.
Regardless.
Yep. When you got
you're a threat to score at any point on the field and at any point in the game.
Especially when you got Travion Barber in the backfield. He's lightning in a bottle. We saw it on that long touchdown run. So Got a lot of stoppage before halftime.
Yeah, I think the referees are probably going to need to ice their arms for throwing those flags so hard. It's one
And
thing,
raising the roof. My
right?
goodness.
Yeah.
What's going on down there
I mean,
tonight?
it's one thing to throw a flag, but then to throw it like you're throwing a shot put or something. You know, have you noticed that? Like
I noticed it.
They throw it with authority. I mean,
with some force.
I'm just trying to throw it up in the air. This guy's like trying to get Nolan Ryan with the flag here.
Chill out, man. You're going to throw that arm out, ref.
All right, 10 seconds left. Clock has started. They may or may not get this play off. Or is that the timeout here? I'm not sure.
I think they're just going to go in a half, tied 6-6.
Okay.
The clock's going to run out.
All right. Yep, that's the case. It is halftime here at the Powerbowl, Moses F. Miller Stadium, just north of Douglas High School. The Douglas Trojans and the StarSpencer Bobcats are tied 6-6 at half. We're going to take a little bit of a timeout, get a drink of water, catch our breaths. All right, then we're going to come back as we get closer to kickoff here for the third quarter. We'll discuss what we witnessed, what changes need to be made by both teams going into the third quarter. And we'll give you an update on some scores from around the state of Oklahoma and other high school football games. So stick with us. Appreciate you tuning in to this Thursday night football broadcast sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. We'll be right back after this short timeout and talk more football and get this second half broadcasted very, very soon.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my Ebony, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry. Only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
All right, welcome back to the halftime show here on PPBC TV, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's. SSM Health Hospitals are proud sponsors of the Oklahoma City Public School broadcast. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist at SSM Health Hospitals, and they have a great team of physicians to treat the player's injury and get them back out on the field 100% healthy. So we definitely appreciate the sponsorship and services of what SSM Health Hospitals provide here for our broadcast and provide for the players out on the field. We couldn't be here without you. Also, big shout-out to Peace of Mind Pediatrics, the trusted pediatric care provider serving families in the greater Oklahoma City area, including Choctaw, Edmond, Yukon, and Shawnee, with a commitment to ensuring children's healthier futures. They offer a comprehensive range of services, including telemedicine and vaccinations. We appreciate Peace of Mind Pediatrics also being title sponsor for our high school football broadcast here tonight on this Thursday. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. To my left is my partner in crime, Dylan Tribble. And, by the way, he is the color commentary analyst here on this broadcast as well.
That's right, that's right.
We're excited. We've got a tie ball game here at halftime, 6-6 here at the POWERBOWL. StarSpencer taking on the Douglas Trojans here at Moses F. Miller Stadium on an early September evening tie ball game. What was your takeaway from the first half of play, Dylan? What did you think?
I liked what I saw on both sides. I mean,
Yep.
Douglas showed promise offensively and defensively. They got a lot of stops deep in their own red zone, showed their grit, showed their determination. They did some good things throwing the football down the field, got in the end zone, and then on the other side, StarSpencer showed that they can run the football and they can run it really well. And defense, they stood strong. So here we are at 6-6 going into the second half, low-scoring football game. Kind of what I thought going into it. I figured it would be a real close game. Both teams are, just tough and gritty football teams.
Well, I was impressed with just the growth and maturation from the first quarter to the second quarter with Kamari Perry, the quarterback of the Douglas Trojans.
Yeah.
He threw that touchdown pass to, I believe it was that T.J. Jones or Zamarius Ziegler.
It was actually 13.
That's right.
Tubbs.
That's right. Yeah, Darius Tubbs makes the wonderful catch. He had two really good catches in the first half.
Sure did.
For significant yardage. He had that one drop early, but he answered back in such a big way, and you got to give that young man a lot of credit for saying, I'm not going to let that dictate what's going to happen the rest of this game. He went out there and made plays and helped his team put some more points on the board.
That's right.
And two-point conversion was unsuccessful, but they were able to tie it up 6-6. StarSpencer scored on the 96-yard run. Was that Cameron Brown?
It was number one, Travion Barber the second.
That's right. It was Travion Barber the second, who's been carrying the load, and he's gotten a lot of carries in the first half, and I imagine they're going to go right back to him. You've seen kind of the trifecta of StarSpencer, and that is Corion Morgan, Cameron Brown, and Travion Barber. I mean, those guys have the football in their hands a lot.
About 95% of the ball game, it's been those three guys.
I think they're going to get the ball once again and try to make some plays happen. How do you think this second half is going to go? What adjustments do you think Douglas made going into the second half?
Well, I think that they showed StarSpencer that they can throw the football. So coming into the second half, I'm going to try to catch that Bobcat defense off guard and come out running the football, so then the safeties might creep down, and then when they're thinking run, throw it over their head. Get another touchdown deep down the field. You got the weapons to do it. You got Tyler Jones, you got Ziegler, and you got Tubbs. All three of those guys can get it done on the outside.
Yeah, StarSpencer, I think they're looking to just break some more big plays and just keep wearing away at that defensive line and hopefully wear them down. In their eyes, that's a goal that they have, and so they I don't think did they even complete a pass in the first half? I don't think
they did. I mean, they attempted a
4
few,
or 5 times.
Not a lot.
But their MO has been running
Just run the football, yeah.
And, they've had some success at times throughout the game. They just got to do more to get into the end zone more often. So we're going to get this second half underway as this clock ticks down. And expect the unexpected here in the second half.
Yep,
This is a
no
rivalry game situation. Both teams care very, very much about this game here tonight, and I know that especially the seniors would love to have bragging rights for the rest of their life.
Oh, yeah, 100%. No doubt about it. StarSpencer won last year. Douglas is trying to get some sweet revenge and bring the PowerBowl trophy back to the east side of Oklahoma City.
And so executing the kickoff will be the quarterback, Corian Morgan.
Yep.
Who plays offense, defense, and special teams. He very rarely steps off the field at all. So he's checking each side. And there is the kick right down the middle, and it takes a bounce. Zamir Ziegler gets into the 15, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Watch out, Swick!
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Douglas. They just took the opening third quarter kickoff to start the second half all the way back to the end zone for a Douglas touchdown. Wow.
What a way to start the second half of football. You got Ziegler, who's lightning in a bottle, with a house call on the kickoff. My goodness, this kid is electric, and the whole place just exploded.
12-6 score. We'll see if they do the extra point or go for 2 here. It looks like they're probably going to go for 2.
Yeah, I don't
think
either team.
What a play to start the second half by Zamaris Ziegler.
That's what you want to see if you're the Douglas coaching staff.
Found that crease and attacked it. He got up the field in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, the kid has speed, and speed kills.
All right, so Kamari Perry going to try and get this 2-point conversion. Ball is snapped. He's going to run right. He's going to keep it. He's got some room to run. He gets in. Douglas gets the 2-point conversion. It's good. So that's going to bump them up to 14. The Trojans are up by 8. Score is 14-6. And here comes the light show at Moses F. Miller Stadium. That's when you know the Trojans scored a touchdown.
Yeah, what a great atmosphere here it is at Douglas. I mean, talk about confidence. You see the sophomore quarterback with the quarterback keeper to the outside. Nobody's around him. He kind of just jogs into the end zone and then just shows his class and hands the ball to the ref like, hey, this is nothing to me. I got this. He's got the confidence, and he's comfortable out there, and it's showing more and more as this game goes on.
All right, so now the Douglas kickoff team is out onto the field, and StarSpencer's going to have an opportunity to return the favor. Wow, unexpected. Now back to return the kick is number 4, Cameron Brown.
Looks like he's over those cramps that he suffered in the second quarter. They rely on him to do just about everything for this Bobcat team.
That's exactly right, and he's making sure his kick return team has enough players out onto the field.
Sure, he's licking at his chops to try to do what Ziegler just did for the Trojans.
Hey, man, they call it special teams for a reason.
And special things can happen.
Yeah, that man made a special play. So we'll see what happens here. Only 14 seconds into the second half, and we've already got some fireworks.
Just like that. Got to keep an eye out for that onside. Douglas, to start this football game, went with an onside. StarSpencer wasn't fooled. Here's the kick for Douglas.
Waiting for the green light. Now he's got it. Going to check each side. Here comes the kick. Kind of a deep onside. Caught off the hand of
Douglas is going to get it.
Got it. Brought down. It was muffed. The ball was muffed by the outback. and it fell right into the hands of the Douglas Trojans. They recover the muffed kickoff and now get the ball back. Offense is going back out onto the field. What a way to start this second half of play by the Douglas Trojans.
And that's what I like to call a momentum shift. You come out, return the kickoff all the way to the crib, take the lead 14-6, and then literally the second play of half, you kick an onside and you recover it. All the momentum has shifted to the Douglas side.
All right, shotgun. Ooh, we got a little.
You can see a little bit of frustration out there for this StarSpencer team.
Are we going to see a personal foul here, possibly?
Maybe just encroachment.
Okay.
I mean, I'd say it could possibly be a personal foul. I don't want to see that, though. I think he just fired off the football a little bit too early.
Okay. All right, false start by the offensive line. That's not the way you want to start this possession. You've got all the momentum in the world, and now you're going to start it off with a penalty that's such a setback. So it's going to be first down and 15 for the Trojans at their own 48-yard line. Kamari Perry, the quarterback, gets the snap, drops back, looks to throw, does, completes a pass on an out route, burst up field. It's positive yards. It was about a 9-yard gain by the Douglas Trojan offense and bring up 2nd and 5 here. That was a good pass and catch. You're starting to see Kamari Perry just really get comfortable playing that quarterback position. He's throwing the ball well, and he's stepping up in the pocket. Look what he can do when he's properly protected.
Yeah, he's getting the ball out on time and letting his receivers do the rest. That was 22 with the last catch, Caddis Vick.
2nd and 5. Perry drops back, throws over the middle. Almost. Was that intercepted? It was.
It was a tip ball. Oh, my goodness. Right when you think the momentum is all on Douglas's side, the ball is tipped, and StarSpencer's going to intercept it.
Went right into the hands of Tyler Jones and right out of his hands into the arms of Travion Barber of the StarSpencer Bobcats. So that's exactly what the Bobcats needed.
Yeah, they needed something real bad.
And now they get the football back after muffing that kick. And so they'll have a first and 10 situation at their own 42.
See if they can answer and tie this football game back up.
Corian Morgan gets the ball, hands off to Barber, right up the gut for a 5-yard gain. Now a 10-yard gain, still on his feet, gets about 3 more. About 13 yards, solid offensive play by the StarSpencer Bobcats running the football.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that running back Barber is determined. He's running with a lot of force. He's getting hit but keeping the legs going, and, the yards after contact, are, doing really good things for the Bobcats right now.
We've got a flag on the play here.
Yeah, this one's coming right back after we brag on that offense. We get a penalty, and it's coming right back.
Is it going to be first down or?
Yeah, it's going to be first down.
Okay. It's going to be 1st and 10. It's just coming back to, the 40-yard line. So that's the first time that that's just kind of weird how that worked out. Okay, they hand it off. What a defensive stop. Gave it right back to the running back, and he's swallowed up by the defensive line. They penetrated and tackled Travion Barber in the backfield for a significant loss. It's going to be 2nd down and looks to be about 13, something like that. Yeah, 2nd and 13 at the 35.
Yep, that was the freshman, number 25, A.J. Johnson, on the tackle for loss. He's stepping up big when his team needs him.
StarSpencer trying to get lined up here. 2 receivers on each side. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Barnes. He goes left side. Was able to make the first man miss, but couldn't get away from the Trojan faithful that Swarm tackled him pretty quickly. So he got 1 yard. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, Just a simple counter play to the left, but Douglas was not fooled, and it was a nice gang tackle from about 3 Trojans.
Some late substitutions here by StarSpencer. Kevin Orange is back out on the field. He is a wide receiving threat. You got to be wary of where he's on the field because they will feed him the football.
StarSpencer's just got to prove that they can throw the football and complete a pass downfield,
Charles
which they have
Jones
yet to do.
is down there as well. So we'll see what play StarSpencer runs here. Corian Morgan overlooking the defense, playing the quarterback position. Gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw. He's going to throw deep into double coverage. Almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete. The corner for Douglas almost made that turnover play. It's going to bring up 4th down, so it's going to stop them from continuing the drive anyways. I expect StarSpencer to punt the football here.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Great defensive back play by the safety and corner for Douglas. Double covered, you know. StarSpencer just kind of took a shot to see if they could come up with something, but so far in this game, the DBs for Douglas have answered the call every single time.
All right, here we go. We've got Malik Ellison coming into the game here. Going to line up in the slot. Ooh, oversnap, bad snap. Going to get recovered by Morgan, and he's just going to fall on it, and that's going to give the Douglas Trojans first down at 10 at the StarSpencer 20. What a field position change.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Douglas.
Big time for Douglas. And this offense is starting to get really comfortable and come into a zone, and now they get a gift from that special teams of StarSpencer. Great field position. They're going to start out this second drive of the second half on the 20-yard line.
That is impressive.
The last thing you want to do is make Perry more comfortable than he already is in this football game.
All right, there's a timeout, and we're going to stay right here, but this gives us an opportunity to give credit to our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. Peace of Mind Pediatrics prioritizes the well-being of their young patients, providing expert care and guidance. Their mission is to give parents confidence in their children's health, making them the go-to choice for pediatric care in the region. Call Peace of Mind Pediatrics today to book an appointment.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
I like it. And, you know, Douglas always comes out to support their teams. Great community support from both Douglas and StarSpencer. It's just an awesome atmosphere to be a part of.
Okay, so 1st and 10, StarSpencer. They're going to have an opportunity to tie this game. Now, if
Great
they do,
opportunity right here.
If they do score, they're going to have to go for 2 to tie it because Douglas succeeded.
Well, Douglas has the football, and they complete the pass.
Oh, my fault. You're right. I don't know why I was expecting that was a broadcaster's mistake there. I was expecting StarSpencer to have it, but I totally forgot they botched the snap. I was too busy. I got consumed with our sponsors.
Yeah, that was a Darius Tubbs on the catch, but he's injured after the play. Came out to the sideline. He's limping, but it doesn't look too bad. Hopefully he can come back in. He's got their first touchdown of the ball game. Nonetheless, great position right now for this Douglas offense, 2nd and short.
Yeah, I think it's just cramps. So they're going to hand the ball off to Zias Lamar, who gets tackled up. Is there a football?
There's a flag. There's a flag.
Well, we've got Travion Barber right there holding the football.
It might be a turnover.
I think you're right. I think there was a fumble. And StarSpencer has taken over.
What a crazy second half. This third quarter has been nuts.
I mean, you had a beautiful situation if you're Douglas right there,
Yeah.
right? You know, you're inside the 20. You've got prime field position. And you cough up the football and answer the prayers of StarSpencer because you know they were doing whatever they could, but just get this ball back.
Yeah, we just need the ball back.
Give us a chance here.
Only down one score.
So here we go. Corey on Morgan.
8:37 left in the third.
One man in motion. Cameron Brown gets it on a jet sweep in the far right side. Cannot escape it. Good defense by the Douglas Trojans. They were able to keep contain and stop Cameron Brown of StarSpencer from moving up the field. And then I think I'm seeing Travion Barber on the far right side, on the far side of the field, kind of limp off. Hopefully it's just a cramp that you can stretch out there and get back into the game. They really need him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He cramped up earlier in the game already, and I see Tubbs is down here getting stretched out. They need him back in for this Douglas offense. He's been a large part of their success tonight.
Shotgun, they're going to hand the ball off. He's going to bounce out to the left side. Got a little bit of room to run. It's Barber. Now he cuts back inside, still on his feet. Has enough for the first down. What a good run by Travion Barber. I guess I was wrong on the player I saw limp off the field. Okay, now we've got a little bit of a banged-up player here for the Douglas Trojans that needs a little help.
Yep, so it's going to be an injury timeout. Nice little run by Barber for StarSpencer. His side-to-side vision is really good. He bounces to the outside, back to the inside, makes a linebacker miss, and comes up with the first down for StarSpencer. Injured player for Douglas gets up and jogs off the field, so that's always a good sign. Both teams are going to catch a breather.
Yep, still pretty early here in the third quarter, 7 minutes, 40 seconds. StarSpencer's used one of their time.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Right. I have a gut feeling that it's going to be a very close football game coming down the stretch.
It's been back and forth. Really, really tough football game played by both teams this evening. All right, 5 receivers split. Now 4. 4 receivers split, 1 running back, 1 man in motion. Ball is snapped. Fakes the jet sweep. Quarterback keep on the right side is going to be tackled. Not much real estate at all. Solid security by that Douglas defensive line. They've really done a good job so far controlling this line of scrimmage here in the second half.
Yep, Isaiah Taylor on the tackle.
Making it difficult for StarSpencer to have any room to run. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. No gain on that last play.
Yeah, good job staying disciplined, not being fooled by the fake, and sniffing out that quarterback run. Sophomore defensive lineman, 52, Isaiah Taylor, gets credit for that last tackle.
Corey on Morgan. In the shotgun position, there is a delay of game. So that's going to back up StarSpencer 5 yards. Not what you want to see. Got to be a little bit quicker than that.
And you got to remember, this is StarSpencer's first game of the season, so there is rust to knock off. There's been some penalties that have been, pretty detrimental to their drive on offense, but you got to flush it and move on to the next play. We're going to see how they respond to this adversity.
My apologies, Dylan. I know you're a cold-natured person, but I had to close the window of the press box and turn on the AC. I was getting too warm in here. I want to thank Langston for helping me out with that.
Shout out to our producers, Langston and Taz.
Absolutely. They do a great job. They do a great job. We couldn't be here without those two as well. So 2nd and 15 for the StarSpencer Bobcats here. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. Hands off to Barber, right up the gut. Finds a little bit of room to run. Still on his feet. Gets about a 5-yard gain, maybe a little bit more. And, yeah, it's an 8-yard gain. So it's going to be, let's see, 3rd and 7 here. They're still pretty deep in their own territory. They're right around the 30-yard line.
Yep. Tough run up the middle by Barber once again. I just feel like he never goes down on first contact. He keeps his legs moving, breaks a lot of tackles. He's the reason they have points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's a tough young man. Here we go, back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 7. StarSpencer gets the snap, hands off to Barber, jumps to the left side, bursts upfield. I think he's got the first down, Dylan, not
he
by
sure
much.
Does. By about 2 yards.
But it got it done. Well played, offensive play by the StarSpencer Bobcats to move the chains and to keep their drive alive.
Yep, you got to keep feeding that monster, which is Barber, the running back. But you don't want to tire him out, so every now and then you got to get the ball in somebody else's hands to give him a breather.
All right, so let's see here. Just under 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. A ton of football to be played. Wildcat formation, hands off to number 8, who gets smoked as he approached the line of scrimmage. Tough hit by the Douglas Trojan defense. They're swarming the football. They're finding it, and they're getting there quickly.
And they're wrapping up and, making great tackles.
Right, and they're really making it as tough as possible here. And, it's just about taking 3.5 yards a carry. If you can just get 3.5 yards every play, you can march down the field and end up scoring.
We got a different quarterback and running back in the game for StarSpencer.
Okay, I thought it was a Wildcat running back. It's Jesse Jackson for StarSpencer. He's going to hand it off on a jet sweep who quickly gets wrapped up. And there's a late flag.
A lot of flags in this football game tonight. The running back now is Jay-Sean Mance, a sophomore running back and linebacker for StarSpencer.
They're trying to get some fresh legs in there because –
they've been
using
Barber
every Morgan
single play.
They need to take a break here and just kind of catch their breaths, and they're going to probably lean more on those guys in the 4th quarter, but they need them healthy enough to play. So they're going with a younger player right now, a freshman, Jesse Jackson.
And we talked about it. Conditioning is going to play a huge role, especially in this second half of football. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left. Douglas is up 14-6.
Jackson still in at quarterback. The freshman gets the snap, throws, completes to Chance Brown, who's smoked.
Blown up by the
Just
corner on the left side.
Big time by those safeties of Douglas. Read it like a children's book and attacked the ball carrier. And I think we're looking at a 4th down and a long situation. I think StarSpencer is going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, I think you're
right. Back to the Douglas Trojans.
What a tackle by number 14, Ziegler, the junior cornerback for Douglas. He's had a great game. He hasn't been caught on once, and he's getting downhill in a hurry and making big hits.
Yeah,
got some more cramps for Douglas, another player down.
Yeah, and I think Chance Brown's down on the other side for StarSpencer.
Yeah, he is, and he hasn't moved much. I really hope this young man is going to be okay.
So, yeah, you worry about fatigue early September games, especially when the games go long. And so, you're starting to see some players that a lot of them play offense and defense and special teams. This really kind of test their endurance.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now, their
100%.
stamina. And if anything, this is going to do wonders. It is going to put you in better physical condition going forward. There's a difference between being in shape and in football shape.
Yep, you're exactly
right.
right.
And these guys are certainly getting it in better football shape. Douglas has a one-game experience under their belt already.
Sure
but
do.
This is the first game for StarSpencer. So this is a little bit of a new situation. Douglas has an 8-point lead right now. 4 minutes, 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We've been having a lot of fun here broadcasting this game on PPBC TV, and we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in for that.
The injured player for StarSpencer was Cameron Brown, and he got up with some assistance. I'm just glad he's going to be all right. He's got a pretty bad limp. May not see him again tonight in this football game. Douglas defense back on the field, ready. I mean, they're fired up down there. They're in a nice little flow.
Travion Barber is back into the game. You've got Corion Morgan, the quarterback of StarSpencer, is back into the game. You got Jamori Hayworth out there. And they're going to get this play clock started and get this underway. 4th down situation, so StarSpencer's going to punt the ball to Zamaris Ziegler.
And he's already returned one for a touchdown tonight.
Punt, caught by Douglas, still on his feet right at the 50. He's going to be brought down. He made 2 players miss, but he didn't advance the ball upfield very much at all. He's going to be at the 49-yard line, I believe. 1st and 10 for Douglas. Found some success last possession throwing the football. And we'll see if they stay with it.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, 3:56 left in the 3rd, Douglas has the lead. I wouldn't be shocked to see them start feeding their running back, Lamar. He had a nice second half of football last week. We'll see if he can build off of that. Late, people get tired going into the game, and you want to wear him down even more. Just keep running the football.
That's exactly right. Kamari Perry talking to his running back, Zias Lamar. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Lamar right up the gut. Got about 3, maybe 4 yards before he is brought down.
Oh, man, we got another Douglas player down.
Yeah, it's pretty humid outside. We opened up the window here in the press box for about 5 minutes, and I started to sweat. And so I said, no, we got to close this and turn the AC back on. So that's what we've done. But we know how hot it is outside. We know how humid it is. It's just like a late summer night here in Oklahoma in early September. It gets pretty warm.
Yeah, now I feel like I'm in a cryotherapy chamber.
I feel this is, I keep my house pretty cool.
Getting my inflammation levels down in the cryotherapy chamber.
I sleep so much better when the temperature's down low. So I don't know. It's my comfort. What about you, Langston? What do you think? Okay, he likes it. He's on my side. In fact,
so
you like me better than Dylan, right? Okay, that's right.
You don't have to answer that, Langston.
No, he did. He said,
don't feel pressured.
He's a fan of me more than
I didn't see an answer, Swick.
3.5 left in the 3rd quarter. We've had several players go down with different cramps and nagging little injuries. Nothing serious.
2 offensive linemen went down with cramps for Douglas.
We have had some injuries here tonight, and it's just about who's going to be able to withstand the storm here. And Douglas has a really good spot. They're up 14-6 and feel pretty good about it. So
yeah, got a whole quarter left of football and 3:32 left in the 3rd.
We talked about our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony and Peace of Mind Pediatrics, but also sponsoring our broadcast is Super Prep. Super Prep is the premier sports outlet featuring the very best coverage in the high school and college student athletes seen here in the city, state, in nation. And they do a great job of putting a spotlight on different schools and different athletes from around the state of Oklahoma. And if you want to stay in the know of what's going on in sports in the state of Oklahoma, you got to follow them on every platform on social media. Just look up Super Prep OK. And credit the great Miles Perry for running that service. And, he's the man in charge over there at Super Prep and does a great job. Hand the football off to Lamar. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and 5. So we'll see. 3rd and 5, my apologies.
I was wondering how
5.
that D-line for StarSpencer would respond after 2 of the Douglas players went out of the game with cramps, both on the O-line, and they responded like I thought. They blew up the run for no gain.
Now Douglas has found some ways to move the football through the air. They are there and overthrew Tyler Jones on the out route. And so they kind of pick and choose when they want to throw the football, but set that play we just witnessed aside. They'd love to just run this clock out. They've got the lead. Why not?
Yeah, but they just stopped the clock.
I know.
With that incomplete.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, all right, it's gonna bring up a 4th down situation. So Douglas is going to punt the football back to StarSpencer, and receiving the punt will be Kevin Orange, the wide receiver for StarSpencer. Hasn't got as many opportunities as he wants, but you never know when that opportunity is going to come about. And Douglas just called a timeout. So now both teams have 2 timeouts apiece left in the second half. So it's going to be interesting to see just how StarSpencer is going to utilize this offensive possession, and they're desperately in need of a touchdown. Not only that, if they score, they've got to go for 2 to tie it up. They're down 8 points, so that 2-point conversion could be the difference between surviving and keeping this game alive or losing. I mean, you're only going to get so many opportunities left available in this game, and we're approaching the end of the 3rd quarter. So this is going to be an interesting game to watch here at Moses F. Miller Stadium, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of this broadcast because we love high school football so much here in this state, and it's a pleasure to be able to broadcast these games to the masses. Make sure you tell your friends and families and colleagues to download PPBC TV, free to download for Apple and Android users. All right, 4th down play, ball is snapped, and got the punt off. Pretty good punt. Took a Douglas bounce too. Oh, it was touched.
Yeah, he
Star
fumbled
Spencer.
the punt.
This is the 2nd time they've muffed a punt. Well, this was the first punt that was muffed and recovered by Douglas. We saw them muff a kickoff.
Yep.
And turn the football over. But, StarSpencer touched the ball but didn't get possession of it. And out of nowhere, a Douglas Trojan fell on it and got the football back. 1st and 10, Douglas Trojan offense. And they're going to be inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's just.
They're going to be on the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal. No, on the 6. Okay.
Yep.
So it's 1st and goal on the 6-yard line.
So
they can add to their lead if need be.
Yep. That's just inexperience by Orange. He's not normally the punt returner. It's normally Cameron Brown who's out of the football game.
Ball is snapped. Perry's going to run. He's trying to avoid the sack and can't do it. And
a big loss.
Right when you need it the most, StarSpencer's defense came up with a big play, blitzed Perry, and got this quarterback sacked. Jamari Hayworth made the play for the Bobcats.
Also assisting on the tackle is a star running back for StarSpencer. Travion Barber can make plays on defense as well, showing his all-around athleticism.
So it's going to look like a 2nd and 13 situation. Kamari Perry getting the play call from Coach. He's related to his teammates. Now he's going to run the play. 2nd and 13, pistol formation, double tight. And we've got a flag here. And it's going to be a delay game.
Oh, man.
Delay game. Yeah,
great field position. You get tackled for a loss, and now a penalty. You're way back from where you originally started.
And a minute later it's 2nd and 18 instead of, 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, exactly. They had double tight. I thought they might sneak in a pass to one of those tight ends. Now they're going to be forced to most likely throw the football. You got the receivers to do it, just a matter of if you can connect.
Minute 35, second and 18, ball is snapped. Perry looks to throw, completed, trying to find some room to run, burst up field, still on his feet. He's going to be, well, there is no first down because it started out first and goal from the
First and
A.
goal, yep.
So it does bring them closer to the end zone. We'll see where they spot the football. I think it's going to be right around the 12 or 13-yard line. It's going to be third down and goal from the 12. Just under a minute left in the third quarter. Douglas is going to have 2 opportunities to score here.
Yeah.
2 opportunities.
You don't have to get all the yardage in this one play on third down. You got 2 plays to find the end zone.
Ball is snapped. Perry drops back. Is looking to throw. Throws to the flare to the running back. Bursts up field. Cuts back inside. Gets hit big time.
Oh, my goodness.
By the StarSpencer. He's short of the goal line. He's ready. Got tackled right around the 5. It's going to bring up fourth down and about 5.
That StarSpencer defender cleaned his clock, made him earn that yardage. Now it's a big fourth down for this Douglas offense.
Okay, they're going to get
dial up your best possible play.
They're going to mark it at the 9. That might be the end of the third quarter. Gives Douglas a little bit more time to discuss a play call here, devise up a scheme to try and get the end zone. All right, that's the end of the third quarter. Scores 14-6. Douglas is in the red zone.
Throw up your force, Wick. We're going into the fourth quarter.
Oh, and it's fourth down.
The Trojans are up 14-6.
Douglas is going to try and go for it here and add to their lead. And a 2-possession lead in this game will be a significant advantage.
Yes,
but they've got to execute. They got to execute on this fourth down. Otherwise, it's going to give the ball right back to StarSpencer. We saw Travion Barber get that touchdown, 96-yard run. So it doesn't matter where they're at on the field. They're a threat to score at any point.
You're exactly right about that.
And I tell you what, the crowd is into it.
I mean, they got the mighty Douglas Trojan band to get them fired up. I don't see how you couldn't get up and dance whenever you hear them getting after it.
Right? Well, if you could dance, you could do that. But, you don't know how. So
okay.
It is.
Coming from a guy
that's get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Game, can he do it again? Fourth down right now. Gets the snap, throws, completes it, gets to the 5 and is tackled. Fourth down is not converted into a first down. They did not score. It's going to give the ball back and be a turnover on downs. Give the ball back to the StarSpencer Bobcats. They're going to get it right at the 5-yard line. I'm sorry, the 6-yard line.
Big stop for that StarSpencer defense. Everything was kind of going against them, but they stood strong, stood their ground, come up with the stop. It's still a one-score game. They're down by 8. This is a big drive for this Bobcat offense to start the fourth.
Yeah, in this fourth quarter, there's just there's limited chances. There's only so much that you can do.
Limited possessions
to get some points on the board, and they're losing opportunities. Take advantage of this one. And I know Coach Smith is going to have these boys ready to play. All right, ball is snapped, hands off to Barber, cuts, trying to get through, can't get through that first deep line of defense. Solid stop by that Douglas defensive line.
Yeah, they've been playing
controlling
a really
the line
solid
of
game.
scrimmage.
Other than that long touchdown run, the Douglas D line has been really strong all night. A lot of improvement shown from last week to this week.
Yeah, it's a different team. It's a different team. They're learning from their mistakes, and they're trying not to repeat them. And then they went with more of a 4-man front. They Last week it was kind of a little bit of a hybrid between a three-man front. Now they've added somebody to the line of scrimmage. Oh, that pass was right in the arms of Kevin Orange, and it was dropped. So that'll be incomplete. Second down and 10. I'm sorry, third down and 10 for the StarSpencer Bobcats.
Really need to try and find a way to convert on this third down, or else you're going to have to give the ball right back to Douglas, and they're going to have solid field position most likely.
You got to get 10 yards here if you're StarSpencer. Ball is snapped, drops back. He's looking to throw, avoids the rush, steps up. There's a flag on the play. He's going to be taken down eventually after he carries a couple Trojans up a couple yards. And I think that would have been a first down had it not been for that play. It's holding StarSpencer.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that's a
right,
killer.
just right at Achilles' heel.
Corian Morgan, the quarterback.
Oh, my goodness.
Tough quarterback run to get that first.
Willing his team, sacrificing his body to get down the field to get another set of downs.
Yeah, he ran through
Little
two
did he
defenders.
know that the referee had thrown a flag for holding, so it's
Man,
coming
that's
back
tough.
regardless. It'll be a replay of the third down. Not good field position. They're on their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, quarterback and running back are in the shotgun standing in the end zone.
All right, third and long. Let's get it. Ball is snapped. Throws. Has a man. Caught! StarSpencer completes a 37-yard pass. And that's
time
a
throwing
huge play
catch.
that they needed. That was the biggest offensive play that they've had as far as in the passing game.
No
and they
doubt.
needed it ASAP, being on their own 3-yard line and hitting number 11, Kevin Orange, for the big play. Got all the way to their own 40. So solid 37-yard completion to give them some room to operate and a fresh new set of downs.
Yep, nice deep post route by Orange, catches it. And, I mean, in traffic, there were two defenders around him, but he comes up with
Ball
the
is
catch.
snapped. Morgan throws to the flats, overthrows the slot receiver. I'm not sure if it would have been much of a benefit anyways.
No, it was very well covered by those DBs from Douglas.
Yeah, number 24, Demetrius Carter,
Just
was
wasn't anywhere to
waiting
go.
for him to catch the ball so he could lay the wood. And
Clock is stopped.
dish out another big hit. All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the StarSpencer Bobcats. They've got a little bit of momentum here, showing signs of life. They need a score, and they need a 2-point conversion. Ball is snapped. Morgan hands off to the running back. Has some room to run. Got up 6 yards pretty quick. Still on his feet. Has passed the first down marker. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a 15-yard scamper, and he fought through some traffic to get there.
Just pure determination.
Douglas
by
has got to finish their tackles. They had him wrapped up.
Yeah, they had him
Just
wrapped
couldn't
up
get him
5
down.
yards into the run, and his legs just kept churning, and it's a 15-yard run. First down and 10 for StarSpencer. They're starting to feel it.
Ball is snapped. Barber again. Now, this time, Douglas' defensive line got in the backfield, and they're not letting him go right now. And then we've got Corian Morgan's kind of hopping on one leg. He doesn't seem to be leaving the game, but he may have tweaked something just a little bit there.
Yeah, that
So
tackle
now
in the
he's walking
backfield.
it off. He's got a little bit of a limp here, but I don't know if he just stepped on it wrong right there. But, it's not enough pain to keep him from coming out of this game.
No, he wants to win this football game. This is the POWERBOWL, and it's his senior year.
You're right.
He's going to leave it all out there on the field.
9 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. StarSpencer needs a score, and now they're in Douglas territory at the 45. 2nd and 12. Wait. We've got a flag. And another delay of game. That's been an issue for both teams here tonight.
Yep. And StarSpencer is the team that's down. You just can't have those type of penalties deep into the fourth quarter if you want to win. Now they're just shooting themselves in the foot. It's going to be a very long 2nd down and about 15 to go.
Yeah, well, they got a miracle on that last possession or that last set of downs right before this one. I don't know how many more miracles they have left in the bag. And they tried to hand
Oh,
off.
we got a fumble.
Ball,
The ball's
high
still on
ball, and I think it's going to be Douglas football.
I think you're right.
It
It is
is.
Douglas football.
StarSpencer had trouble getting the snap. It was a shotgun snap to the quarterback, and I think he was focused on the defense. The ball went through his hands and started bouncing around on the turf, and the Douglas defense got there quick and recovered the football. And now they have possession, first down at 10 at the StarSpencer 43-yard line. What a change of events. I mean,
There's
Douglas
been so
defense,
many momentum shifts
right?
in this football game. StarSpencer had the miracle pass play on that deep post to Orange, and you'd think, oh, hey, they're making some progress. Their offense is in a flow, and then they have a penalty. Next play, fumble the snap, turnover.
Right.
Douglas has a football right back in StarSpencer territory.
Here we go. Kamari Perry gets the snap, hands off to Lamar. Lamar right up the gut. Gets about 4, maybe 5. I think they're going to spot him for 4 yards, though. It'll be 2nd and 6. Little by little. I mean, if you can average 4 yards a carry, you can move all the way down the field and score.
That's exactly right.
So,
And now the clock is ticking. This is what they want. They want to keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock ticking. They got an 8-point lead. They're feeling really good on defense.
and it's just a different feeling because Douglas lost to StarSpencer last year, 51 to 3, 51 to 6, and all they've been thinking about is revenge. And this is their opportunity. And right now they've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Hands off to the running back far right. He's got some room to run, but there's flags all over the place. I guarantee it's coming back for a holding.
I think it's going to be a holding on the outside. That offensive tackle on the right side for Douglas, I think he held that in a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunate because he had real estate, and that was going to be really close to getting a first down on that specific play. But it is going to come back, and they're going to replay second down.
And with that penalty, the clock is going to stop at 8:04 in the fourth quarter.
Which is another, that is another something that Douglas doesn't want to happen. So they're making some changes here, putting in some skill position players. It looks like they may throw the football here.
Well, with it being second down, I don't know if I would throw it on second. I'd probably run it again, get the clock ticking a little bit once more, and then if I needed to, throw the football. I think there was a fumble. So the quarterback and running back, the offense for StarSpencer is back on the field. We missed a turnover somehow.
Oh,
just back and forth. Every time we think Douglas may run away with it, something happens and StarSpencer gets another opportunity.
Well, I guess they do have another miracle in the bag. Ball is snapped. Morgan's trying to step up, and he's going to be sacked. I mean, he can't move. His ankle is kind of just really hurting out there. You can tell he's trying to mask the pain a little bit.
Yeah,
but
he can't
he's
move.
just not able to move around in the pocket as good as he did earlier in the game.
Right. And when he's not mobile, that D-line for Douglas is just going to feast in the backfield. And that's exactly what they did on that last play.
Wow.
Big loss for StarSpencer.
That it is, my friend. That it is. Okay, so 2nd and 13 for the StarSpencer Bobcats. They need a score if they want to stay in this game. Throwing deep. And almost intercepted. The free safety had a really good look. I think he misjudged of where it was going to fall.
And the receiver on the play, Cameron Brown, he got tripped up and lost his feet.
So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Douglas's defense is staying strong tonight. This is a different Douglas team tonight than we saw last week against Crossings Christian. They're making the right adjustments. They're watching film. It hasn't been a perfect performance, but, boy, they played their hearts out and have the lead, an 8-point lead with 7 minutes and 5 seconds left in this game. Ball is snapped. StarSpencer's looking to throw deep. And it's one-on-one, and what a defensive play by number 14, Quinez Ziegler.
Big-time play by him.
Bats down the pass.
To bat the pass down and not get a pass interference call, just high IQ football.
So now, what a defensive play by Douglas, a much-needed defensive play. It's going to force StarSpencer into a really tough situation. They're going to have to, I guess, punt the football here. If you are unsuccessful on going for it on 4th and 13, Douglas is going to get the ball in prime territory and be 25 yards away from a touchdown. So I'm kind of expecting Star to punt the football back. They got Zamarius Ziegler back there.
He's returned one already, so you got to watch out for him. He's a threat.
And there's a delay of game. Nope, false start. My apologies, false start. StarSpencer's going to back it up. It's going to be 4th and 18. And if they were considering going for it before, that's definitely out the window. The right move is to punt the football.
Yeah, that's something that going into next week, StarSpencer's got to do a good job at cleaning up these penalties. It's their first game of the year, so it's kind of expected to be a little rusty, but the penalties have really cost them late in this football game.
All right. Ball is snapped. Punt is up. Ziegler's going to get it at the 45. He drops it, picks it back up, still with the football, goes left. 45, 40, 35, still inside 30, 25, 20, and is pushed out of bounds.
Wow.
It was an entertaining.
Put some nasty moves on that punt team.
Now, there was some flags. I think there's a block in the back or a hold.
One of the two. So, nonetheless, my goodness, that man is fun to watch return anything.
And the crowd had an impact on it. You see plays like that.
With every juke and every move, the crowd just kept getting louder.
Yeah, they're holding their breath because he's a home run waiting to happen.
I think the jump cut is what really got him fired up. He made 2 defenders miss. Just a pure athlete. Ziegler, man, we got to give him some credit. He's had a big night tonight. Also has number 2, Tyler Jones, the senior wide receiver for Douglas.
Yeah, it's a hold for Douglas. So it's going to be 1st and 10, but they're going to move it from, let's see, they're going to end up spotting the ball at the 47-yard line. So that was a significant setback. They thought they were going to get the ball inside the 30, but that wasn't the case. It just depended on where the foul was committed. And so they're going to end up spotting the ball. 1st and 10, Douglas Trojans at the 47. They're already in StarSpencer territory.
Yep, they sure are. Just run the football, let the clock. Ball security is a really big deal right now for this Douglas offense. They've fumbled it a few times and turned it over.
Do you have any icy hot on you?
I wish I did, man.
Okay, because we're going to have to give some to the referees to put on their elbows.
We got a new running back in the game. So
they've got some tendinitis. They've been throwing the flag quite a bit.
For real. Tyler Jones, the receiver, is now in at running back.
Uh-oh. He's an explosive player. Why not? I utilize him in several different ways if I could. I think that's the right move by Coach Damon Turner.
Yeah. Just got to protect that football. StarSpencer is going to be going for a strip. 6:37 left in the fourth quarter.
Perry, overlooking the defense, gets the snap, hands off to Jones. Jones bursts up the field, still on his feet, 25, 35. Gets tackled right at the 30.
What a smart move.
Heck of a play, 15-yard run.
Coach Turner to put your star receiver Tyler Jones in at running back. And his first run, he bounces out to the outside for a huge first down.
Moves the chains once again, and that clock continues to tick. Tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. 6:20 left in the fourth quarter. Douglas already has an 8-point lead. If they get even one more score, that could be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it could be game blouses.
Right. If they could get a 2-possession lead, I don't know if there'd be enough time left for StarSpencer to Advance it now. Tyler Jones in and out to the far left side, still on his feet. He's tackled right at the 26-yard line. Short of the first down, there was a lot of real estate in it, and one StarSpencer player made the tackle to avoid the big play. Otherwise, he catches that corner, he's gone.
Yeah, well, initially he runs to the right side, and there's nowhere to go. So with his field vision, he bounces back to the left and gets a nice little gain out of it. I think they might need to keep him at running back going forward.
Nice 5-yard gain by the Douglas faithful, and they're just letting that clock tick. They're in no hurry whatsoever.
5:19 left.
And we've got a timeout here called on the Douglas Trojans. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I don't get that
they
one.
They called that. But we're going to stay right here. Again, thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't be here without you. Peace of Mind Pediatrics and SSM Health at St. Anthony's. We definitely appreciate everything you do for Oklahoma City Public Schools.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Love to just milk this clock down as much as possible.
They just want to get the W.
Yeah,
honestly.
whatever they got to do to
day,
win. Yeah, right? I mean, that's very true. Then you've got our producer over here yawning.
Langston,
yeah, no, I saw you yawning. This is past his bedtime.
Yeah, he's normally in bed by 8 p.m.
Right. I saw you yawning. We're going to have to get that young man some Red Bull.
Red Bull. I thought you said you were getting me a Dr. Pepper after the game.
Here pretty soon. All right, we got one man in motion, Ziegler, and a jet sweep to the right side. He's got a little bit of room, and StarSpencer cannot tackle him. He's still on his feet at the 20. 15,
I think he's going to go all the way,
5, touchdown. What a play by the Douglas star wide receiver. Zamarius Ziegler got it on a jet sweep to the right side. Zag, went back into the inside part.
Broke so many tackles.
And then breaks another tackle and goes to the far left side and scores. I think he touched both sidelines.
Yeah, I think he did too. My goodness, this kid is special with the football in his hands. That's his second touchdown on the night. He is a big reason that Douglas is most likely going to win this football game. Now they're up 20-6.
Unbelievable.
I mean, 5 minutes left. Their defense has been phenomenal other than that big run that they allowed for a touchdown. They're feeling really confident now. 2-point conversion. Here we go.
All right. And are they going to get it in?
Yeah.
They certainly are. 22-6, right?
Yep, that's Tyler Jones at running back, bounces it out to the right side and just walks in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I'll tell you what, the Douglas faithful is feeling it now. If they weren't before, they're definitely feeling it after that Ziegler touchdown run.
Yep, the score is 22-6, and Douglas is so close. They're 5 minutes away from revenge here at the POWERBOWL in 2024. What a chain of events. They're making the plays necessary to win this game. They've just got to hang on for 5 more minutes, and if you're StarSpencer, you've got 5 more minutes to make up what you've lost here. You've got some work to do. You got to score twice, and you've got to get to both 2-point conversions, right?
Yeah, you got to get both 2-point conversions. You got to score twice. And let's be real, Swick. They got to do something that they really haven't been able to do all game. They got to throw the football down the field. They've struggled all night. All their success, for the most part, has been running. And now Douglas is just going to load the box, wait for the run.
And StarSpencer, I think, has completed a very small number of passes. One of them was on 4th down.
Post route to Orange.
And then they ended up turning the ball over on that drive. But the time is now. They just don't have very many opportunities left. And if they want to make any kind of impact or have any kind of chance to win this game, they've got to do it now. And we've seen them score earlier on a 96-yard rush. So we know what they're capable of. They've just got to get it done, and it's going to be tough because this Douglas front seven has been playing really good football here on this Thursday night.
And so have the defensive backs.
Here's the deep onside. And caught by StarSpencer's number 8, Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to have decent field position.
He broke a few tackles and made something out of nothing,
They're
really.
going to mark it at the 40, at their own 40, so they've got 60 yards to go. They got to score.
Got to score twice.
Yeah.
Not much time left here in this Powerball game, 2024. Douglas is up. They can smell the W.
That it is. You're right. It is a pretty smelling W. And the W's smell great.
W's always smell great.
They smell like roses and tulips.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So here we go. Quarterback, Corion Morgan. Got to get this last guy off the field or you don't want to get penalized for a 12-4-3.
Empty formation.
Gets the ball off. Morgan throws deep. It's one-on-one. And it's caught by StarSpencer. He's going to take it in for a touchdown. 60-yard touchdown pass to number 1, Travion Barber. We talked about how they needed to score as quickly as humanly possible. It took them one play, Dylan. They just said, let's throw it deep and let Travion make the play, and that's exactly what happened. He had a one-on-one situation with the far right corner, made the catch, took it to the house, touchdown StarSpencer. Now they got to go for 2.
Got to go for 2. I mean, golly, what a gutsy call. Empty formation, a go route on the outside, and he hits his man for a touchdown. 22-12. We got a 10-point game now in the Powerball. StarSpencer going for 2.
We can make it a one-possession game if he gets this 2-point conversion here.
Empty formation again.
Morgan gets one man on motion, fakes the throw, intercepted. Douglas is going to take this 2-point conversion. Oh, what is going on? Did they not?
I don't think on a 2-point conversion that they allow the defense to score in high school.
Oh, no.
The play is just dead.
Oh, the rule. They were just stopped by the rule books.
Yep, unfortunately they were.
He catches the interception on the out route. That's 24.
Yeah, he jumps the route.
Demetrius Carter.
Would have been an easy 2. There was nothing in between him and the other end zone.
If this was college or NFL, the young man just scored 2 points.
Yeah.
And gets credit for the interception. Wow. Holy moly.
So now StarSpencer is going to go for the onside kick, I would assume.
Yeah, I think you've got to. Oh, goodness gracious.
Gotta love a little Thursday night football in Oklahoma City. Just when you think the game might be over, StarSpencer answers the call and comes right back.
So they're down 10. It's still a 2-possession game, right? So Douglas needs to just take that on the chin. You're still in control. You still have a really good opportunity to come away with a victory. And that was just, that was a huge defensive play by Carter. Wow.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So they do need to be prepared for the onside kick here. And I'm not so sure if that's what's going to happen here. Okay, now they're starting to get their hands team closer to where they need to be.
Yeah, it's going to be an onside. Corion Morgan, the quarterback, is also the kicker.
We've been like right under 5 minutes for like an hour.
Yeah,
it feels like.
It's been a long football game, but it's been a fun football game.
It has. And the crowd has enjoyed it. I'm sure our viewers have enjoyed it. Just waiting for the green light. Okay, they're going each side. Here comes the StarSpencer Bobcats. Squib kick picked up by the Trojans. They're just going to kneel it down and get the ball at their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10. The goal here is just to run this clock out, right?
Yep. And you got Tyler Jones in at running back now. And
now StarSpencer has 2 timeouts
great
here. I'm sure they're probably going to end up utilizing them.
I would think they'll probably take them as soon as possible. They want to have as much clock left as they can for that offense. Even though they just scored really quick.
Right.
1-play drive for a touchdown.
60-yard touchdown. Impressive. All right, Kamari Perry coming out, doing a great job of leading this offense and kind of commanding the huddle. He's certainly earned the respect of his teammates at this point. Ball is snapped, hands off to Lamar. Lamar bursts upfield for a short gain, 1, maybe 2 yards before he's brought down. But that gets the clock moving, or supposed to be moving.
Everybody's yelling on the Douglas side, run the clock, and now they got it.
Okay.
That's still Tyler Jones in at running back. They switched him from receiver to running back, and he's been successful. This is his 2nd series in a running back.
All right, here we go. I think it's going to be 2nd down at about 8, 2nd and 9 here. Ball is snapped, hands off to Jones. Jones finding a little bit of room to run to the right side, gets tackled after a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 6 here momentarily. Under 4 minutes to play in this game. Douglas would love to just run this clock out and leave with a victory. And
that's the ideal situation for the Trojans.
You know, they're
on the other
really,
side,
really just trying to achieve revenge and make up for that last year's loss that they've been thinking about for a very long time. And you got to feel happy about that if you're a Douglas Trojan. Ball is snapped, hands off to Jones again on the right side, and he's got the 1st down a little bit more, down to the 40, still on his feet. 35 before he's tackled. What a run by Tyler Jones. I think we found a new weapon at running back for Douglas.
I agree, 100%.
He's
great
patient.
Move. Yeah, and he's so quick. He just needs a little hole, and then, boom, he's out.
Got a little burst to him.
Yep, he sure does. Good
so they're going
change
to
up
mark
by
that
Coach
ball
Turner.
at the 34. It's new 1st down and 10.
Clock is still ticking, exactly what Douglas wants. On the other side, StarSpencer's trying to hang on for dear life and make some sort of comeback. But it is a 2-score game. It's 10 points. Douglas up.
Double tight. You know they're going to run here. Tyler Jones is in the backfield. But high snap, but still got it. Perry's going to keep it himself with a quarterback sneak. Ball is loose. I think they're going to mark him down on the field, though. They're going to say he fumbled after his knees hit the ground. So no turnovers, but that'll make your heart stop.
Yeah. Douglas got quiet for a second, but they are going to retain possession, keep the football.
Yep. Second.
Clock is still ticking. 2:30 left in the 4th.
Yep. Very, very impressive here. All right, so ball is snapped, hands off to Jones. Jones to the right side gets tackled. You knew what was coming. So did the StarSpencer defense, and they made the play. And now the Trojans are under 2 minutes away from victory here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And
3rd down and about 12 to go for Douglas.
All right. So, I mean, if you're StarSpencer, you got to think about using
Yeah, I was
one of these
wondering at
timeouts.
what point do they
Well, you
use
only have
timeouts?
one left, so
Got one left.
if they get it into a fourth down situation,
right,
you
it's
know.
a 10-point game.
Right.
They got to score twice.
Yeah, you're right.
Which, honestly, at this point kind of seems very close to impossible.
And Douglas calls a timeout here. And so they'll have one timeout left. It's been a heck of an evening here at Moses F. Miller Stadium, and it's, you know, the amount of fans here in the stands has been impressive to support both schools. You have alumni from both schools here tonight enjoying the rivalry. You only get it one time a year. Now, Douglas does have the Soul Bowl coming up.
Yeah, that's a big game for them
here
as well.
pretty so they're here pretty soon. So they're used to rivalry game situations. And you know, you talk about a team that they really, really want to beat, and that's Millwood.
Yeah.
You know, I think Millwood has won 7 or 8 Soul Bowl games in a row.
Oh man.
And that's the
quite
longest.
a
That's
streak
the
for the
longest streak
Falcons.
of the series, and the series has
Jeez.
been going on for decades and decades. And so you talk about Douglas wanting revenge in this game. They've been wanting revenge against Millwood for a very, very
7
long
years.
time, for almost a decade. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they stack up against them. I know Coach Franklin over there, Darwin Franklin, has a tremendous program. All right, 3rd and 13 here. Ball is snapped. Perry hands off to Jones. He knows how to get away from those defenders now.
Yeah, he sure does.
He ended up getting tackled for a 1-yard loss, but he makes the first 1 or 2 guys miss every time.
Yep.
Every time.
Sure does. Good job by StarSpencer to swarm and make the tackle.
And
It is
StarSpencer's going to call their last timeout here.
As they should.
Yeah.
It
Minute
is
19 left in the game.
4th down.
Be thinking of who your Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue Player of the Game is, Dylan.
Oh, I have a.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Of everything that life has to offer you, and one of those offerings, for a very small price, is the fat butt baked potato at Big O's Pork and Dreams
love
Barbecue.
me some Big O's Pork and Dreams.
Absolutely delicious. Big O's Pork and Dreams. They have 2 locations to serve you in Edmond and in Midwest City. And when you go in, you tell them Big O, Jay Swick and Dylan Tribble sent you.
That's right.
Jay Swick and Dylan Tribble sent you. And, yeah, my producer is shaking his head. He loves some Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue as well. I go to the one in the Edmond location all the time, and it is absolutely delicious. Here we go. Minute 23 left, 3rd and 13. Douglas with the football. Kamari Perry. Well, actually, it's 4th down.
Yeah, it's
so,
4th
okay,
down.
all right, it's 4th down, so they're going to be punting the football, and now we've got a play stoppage once again.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if the play clock, I don't know what the issue is right now, but.
And the white hat is not in any rush.
No.
He's taking his dear, sweet time.
Here we go. StarSpencer's probably hoping for a bad snap. There is the snap, and he's going to keep it himself and run it.
fake.
No, he's going to throw it. Loose ball, and it's going to be down. Not much of an advancement for the Douglas Trojans. StarSpencer is going to have another possession here on offense with 1:20 left. They've got no timeouts. They're down 2 possessions. You know, we talk about miracles. They've got to score. They've got to get the 2-point conversion, And
gotta
then
get
they've
the
got
onside kick.
They got to get the
and then go
onside
score
kick,
again.
and then get the onside score on that, or I'm sorry, the 2-point conversion score on that.
Right.
So they've got to have
It's a tall
4 or
mountain to
5
climb.
miracles right now in order to come away with this victory. It's been all Trojans here in the second half. They've been very vigilant in handling their business on the field.
Yeah, they're gonna have
And
to throw
they've
some
really
more go
fought through.
routes.
Both teams were dealing with cramps and nagging injuries, and here we are. All right. Can we see another 60-yard touchdown pass by Corian Morgan? Ball is snapped. Morgan steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. 40, 45. Man, is that not a
I thought
face
that
mask?
Was a
it was
face
really
mask
close to
for
a face
sure.
mask, but no flag was called.
Okay, but heads up play by the quarterback Morgan, getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Minute 14 left. Douglas up by 10.
Yeah, that moves the chains. 1st and 10, StarSpencer. Just limited opportunities right now. Morgan's right back to the line. Wide receiver gets lined up. Gets the snap, drops back, goes left. Trying to avoid the tackler. Can't do it.
He's going to be sacked,
Can't
Swick.
do it. Sack. Douglas Trojan. Defensive blitzing linebacker. That's number 22.
Caddis Vick with the sack lunch for the Douglas Trojans.
Has just been all over the place on the defensive side. He's just made impact after impact. And we've got another timeout.
Man, yeah, a lot of stoppage in this football game. I think it might be an injured player down for StarSpencer.
Oh, okay, well then that would.
We got a lot of players on their knees over there.
Yeah, it's been over a 3-hour ball game here tonight. It's been, and when you get those long drawn out games in the early fall, it still feels like summer out here. So it's, you just got to kind of hope for the best. Hope your guys have hydrated the right way, and the training staff is doing what they can to keep fluids in those young men's body, and we'll see what happens here. But Douglas has a really good shot coming away with a victory. Minute 2 seconds left in the game. StarSpencer, 2nd down and about 14. Waiting on the snap. There it is. Douglas blitzes, but he gets the ball off. Throws into double coverage.
It's picked off
by Douglas. They're bringing it to the 30, 35, 40, 50, 40. Still on his feet. Tackled and pushed out of bounds right at the 41. We're probably going to see a victory formation here, Dylan.
That was number 10, Chris Willis, the senior DB, with the interception to seal the ball game.
And Douglas is celebrating. The sideline is enjoying themselves. The alumni, the fan base, very happy about the performance tonight from these Douglas Trojans, who've made significant improvements from last week to this week.
No doubt
gotta be happy about it.
I mean, it's unreal. The turnaround from when we covered them last Friday to this Thursday, less than a week, actually, 6 days. You can tell that they got in the film room and they got on the practice field and wanted to get better, and they did
it wasn't
just
easy.
that.
They made
not
a few mistakes today. They're not perfect, but they just their resilience today, their toughness, their will to win was very, very impressive, and they're going to continue to kind of run their offense. They're going to hand the ball off to Jones on the right side, who gets a 5-yard gain. He's going to stay in bounds, and the clock is going to run down, and I believe Douglas is going to win this football game here.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Swick. You want me to go ahead and introduce our Big O's Pork and Dreams player of the game?
Yeah, not just quite. Let's make sure they let's let the clock tick to 0. We don't like to count our chickens before they hatch. But, yeah, it's They've got to run one more play here, or they can just take the delay of game. 10 seconds left on the play clock. 13 seconds left in the game clock. So they'll run one more play and take the victory. And the Douglas Trojans have got revenge on the StarSpencer Bobcats. They have won the POWERBOWL in the year 2024. They've won the game 22-12. The Douglas Trojan football team is victorious and has beaten the StarSpencer Bobcats on this Thursday night here in September. What a victory for Coach Damon Turner. His first victory as head coach of the Douglas Trojans, and this one is sweet. Way to go,
what a great
Damon Turner.
Win.
He should get the game ball. He coached a great game, and he's coached some really wonderful players, and the drought is over. I'm so happy that the Douglas Trojans got the victory tonight. Just for themselves, just to get a win under the belt, but they beat a rival team in StarSpencer. That is a big moment. It's been a big night here at Moses F. Miller Stadium. Who is our Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue player of the game, Dylan?
I got to go with the junior star wide receiver, number 4, Zamarius Ziegler. He stepped up in the biggest moments of the game to score 2 touchdowns for the Trojans when they needed it the most, and he is my Big O's player of the game.
That special teams kick that he ran for a touchdown was ESPN SportsCenter worthy.
No doubt about it.
Let me tell you.
He had 2 big-time touchdowns tonight.
Way to go.
To get the dub in the POWERBOWL.
The team is now celebrating with the student body. It's a great night here on the east side of OKC as the Trojan faithful celebrate their first victory of 2024. Congratulations. That has been a long time coming. Congratulations. They went out there and earned it. They earned it. They wanted the victory, and they went out there and got it done. Again, we thank everybody for tuning in to PPBC TV for the game. It's been awesome, and we appreciate your viewership. We appreciate our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony and Peace of Mind Pediatrics, as well as our friends over there at Super Prep and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company, and then, of course, Big O's Pork and Dreams for sponsoring our player of the game. And tonight it's Zamarius Ziegler, well worth the award as well. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Look forward to next week. We will update you on when and where our next broadcast will be. Keep it locked to KIMB Oklahoma City, 105.3 FM. Have a great day. We'll see you very soon. We thank you for tuning into our broadcast here on PPBC TV. I'm Jay Swick. That's Dylan Tribble. We're over and out.
Hey, sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and